Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, 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 every day I'm hustling.
He's a savage, he's an animal. He's a different breed of person. It's not like us.
Why is he ducking George Foreman? He's already a tramp. He ain't no champ. Around here jiving, making a business out of it. I'm a champion. I fight everybody, every month, all of them, bar none.
TheBoxingVoice.com.
I kept telling him he had no punch. He couldn't hit. He's swinging like a sissy. He's missing. Let me see your box. I hadn't started dancing yet.
He talks too much. He's ugly. He's pretending. I'm the true champion, and they make me the underdog. I'm gonna show them all they're wrong.
Muhammad Ali didn't have a lot of muscles. He wasn't all that strong. This man's presence, you could hit him where you hit everyone else, but he was not willing to fall. He was not willing to be counted out.
I haven't convinced these suckers yet. I destroyed George Foreman. I destroyed Joe Frazier.
Because I'm the champion. I'm the real champion. There'll never be one like me.
Fast. Last night I cut the light off in my bedroom. Hit the switch, was in the bed before the room was dark. I'm a bad man. I told you I'm the real champion. I told you I'm the champion of the world. All of you bow. All of my critics call. All of you suckers who write the Rain magazine.
I'm gonna prove I'm the greatest. I'm gonna prove to you I'm the greatest. We gonna prove to the world I'm the greatest. This is my last fight. I don't want none of you to miss it.
No special training. Just be at the fight. I'm ready to back up everything I'm saying. And I'm through talking.
SDS Promotions.
I shook up the world. I shook up the world.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Buenos dias. My name is Nestor Gibbs. I am the Boxing Voice. Find me on Instagram and Twitter at NestGTO. Find me right here at Sticky Paws in Las Vegas. Joined alongside Ring Walk Danny. What up?
Buenos dias. Good morning, champ. How are you?
I'm good, man. Nice morning today, right? Not too hot, nice and breezy.
It felt good, bro. It felt good.
What I mean? My man with the Tesla thought I was trying to race and shit. He's like, I'm like, well, bro, fucking coffee and an L in my hand. What's wrong with you? Dudes are crazy out here for real. They be on the move, man. How was your night, man? What time we partied pretty early, no?
Yeah, we partied pretty early. Went to Jardín. Shout out to our friends.
Shit, it wasn't early. It was after the show. It's crazy.
Yeah, so we went to Jardín. And
what time did y'all end last night, the show?
Maybe 5:40.
Okay.
Yeah, it was only about an hour and 40 minutes.
Now, Ness, I said you don't really partake, but did you do anything good for Father's Day yesterday?
I mean, they took me out to eat. That's it. Slept early. You know,
last night or yesterday morning? I know you said Okay.
After we went to see some shit.
Okay.
Then,
nice.
Me and my girl. It was 2 hours. 2 hours. 2 hours 8 minutes. 19 seconds.
Yeah. So we went to Jardín after. Shout out to our friends at Jardín.
Mm-hmm.
And then a couple friends and just people I know was getting together for Father's Day, having a card game.
That's right. I dropped Danny off in that fucking amazing area. That shit is beautiful.
Yeah.
Where were you at, Danny?
I immediately called my girl, like, babe. Started telling her, because driving down, you see the whole fucking Vegas, bro. That shit is sick up there.
Yeah.
Where was this at?
It's also in Henderson. It's
all that new shit up there on the mountain.
Anthem, like kind of in that area.
A bit further down.
Okay.
A bit further down from Anthem. Yup.
Yeah, you get some crazy views out there.
No, it's beautiful out there. That shit looks amazing.
Yeah, I had some friends getting together, play some spades and shit. They was getting together for Father's Day.
So you lost?
We went 3-1. 3-1. Won 3 games.
I don't know if I believe him. He was like, that little long
No, because I did lose. I did lose the last game. That's how we got off the table. But we got 3 victories in, so it was cool. It was a nice night. It was honestly not when I got in bed, I'm thinking it's like 1, 2 in the morning. I look at my phone.
10.
It's like 10:10. When I'm in bed, I'm like, yeah, it wasn't even that late.
Bro, that's a late night for me.
Yeah, that's late. Now
10:30. I'm like, oh
I should
shit.
already
I can't
be
even watch
asleep.
TV no more. If I get upstairs to my bedroom and it's already 10:30, there's no time.
Yeah, no, I couldn't, because I thought about it, because I wanted to pick up where I left off on the series.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I could watch one episode, and then I looked at my phone. I'm like, if I don't fall asleep right after, I'm gonna be fucked, and I'm gonna be angry in the morning. So I just made the decision to keep the TV off, went to sleep.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, no, it was a cool night.
Well, we
Chill.
got to make some decisions. I got this poll going, which is crazy to think that this poll has been up for 8 hours. 8 hours. So, you know, YouTube doesn't lie when they tell you to remind your subscribers to subscribe and hit the thumbs up button, because it's just, they're out of touch with what you need them to do and what they're doing. So when I scheduled this show 8 hours ago, I put this poll up. And obviously the same title as the show, Artur Beterbiev is the WBC, IBF, and WBO unified champion. Where is he ranked on pound for pound list? So
155 votes already, Ness.
57 on my end.
Yes, 57.
Only 10% of this 157 believe he belongs in the top 3. Which, that 10%, which turned to 9 now, might be crazy.
Yeah, I don't agree at all.
Yeah, I don't even know how there's a logical way to put him in top 3.
But we'll get into that. 23% have Beterbiev top 5. 25%.
Which, let's be real, there's obviously no logical way to put him in top 5 either.
I don't believe so either.
Not if you're using real life boxing logic.
But you know, once again, and I'm gonna keep telling you until you figure it out.
The list is subjective.
The list is subjective.
So someone may value his knockouts of the champions over the actual champions.
But see, you know, like I've told you, bro, until we have something written down, it's gonna be hard. But
we do, like, I don't care about the rest of the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, our list is our list. Like, my list, you have it written. Please give the people the list, because now we have to amend.
While you're pulling that up,
I have the list, but go ahead, Austin.
On Saturday night, didn't you say if
and get a screen share? Sorry, Austin. Get a screen share, because it's going to show the date, which shows that it's not been edited till today.
Well, it has today's date, pulled up, because the time I pulled it up was
what? Ain't that? Wait, Danny, isn't that your iPhone?
It's my notes.
Yeah, that category should not be changed. It should say the last date you edited.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is it does have the last date edited, but the thing is, Ness, that I did not prior to the this weekend and to today, when I did not have Beterbiev in my top 10.
That's okay. I just want to show our previous lists that they were untouched and they will be touched today, because normally the notes show the last time you edit. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and what I'm saying is that the notes is going to show that it was today.
Because you already touched it.
Because I already touched it.
Before the show?
Before the show.
What's wrong with this guy? Why would you do that? Yeah, I guess he's ready. He's actually typing shit now. I don't know what he's doing. He's cheating over here.
I'm not cheating. I was putting, because
spaces.
I was separating yours.
Give him a screen share so we could just show his list and mine's. Ring walk Danny's pound for pound. Looks like he has Bud Usyk, Canelo.
Let's see. Could we like zoom in on that? Because I can't zoom in. Let me see. It's the bottom piece. You see that?
Well, we're gonna read both, no?
Yeah, I mean, I got mine up there, so we can just
just read it while he fixes it.
We can just do it like
because I got on your list. It looks like Bud Usyk, Canelo, Mel Charlo, Spence, Shakur. Now it got small. What the fuck? Inoue, Haney, Tank, Beterbiev. So you did have Beterbiev on your list.
I just added Beterbiev. I took Bivol out.
Yo, I'm calling you on your bullshit.
What?
Why is Tank still on your list?
What you mean? Why?
He got a regular belt.
International Boxing Hall of Fame acknowledges it. I acknowledge it if they acknowledge
and that's fine. But he has only a regular belt. Like the pound for pound shit he was doing is done. Like, and remember, just like Beterbiev fought yesterday, so we're amending your list.
Mm-hmm.
Tank fought Barrios a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
He's back at 35. Being back at 35, fighting a 14-0 fighter, that's not pound for pound shit. So everyone else is doing pound for pound shit. That gotta push him, but that's cool. That's your list. I just want y'all to deal with fucking logic. Like, you can't just put a dude there and leave him there because he's your fucking favorite friend or your favorite fighter. Like, if the fucker ain't doing nothing, he's gone. There's other people doing shit. Like, this is crazy to me.
So who do you think I don't have on my list?
I don't know. I'm just saying, Tank, how does he deserve to be with everyone that's done? Now go to my list.
Mm-hmm.
Go to my list.
Can you pull it back up, Austin?
So everyone on my list has done something in the recent. Bud just beat Sean Porter. Usyk is unified, undisputed. But let me start over. Bud just beat Sean Porter and is a 3-time champion, 1-time undisputed, okay? And he's on a 10 knockout streak, okay? So then you go to Usyk. Oh, he's undisputed, and he's currently unified. Okay. Canelo, currently undisputed, and has unified 2 or 3 other divisions, plus won a title at 75. Okay, yeah, he belongs. Haney, clean, undisputed run. Mel, the next nicest undisputed run, you know, because he had Drawson the Law on his way there. So he's under Haney's clean one. Taylor had a clean one, but discrepancies. So it's about what you've done. Like I said, Tank. Like I said, Beterbiev. So Taylor, his last fight was Catterall. Bad taste in my mouth. And you ain't got no belt. You down. He might move today. Because I got to put Beterbiev in there, who is a 3-belt unified champ. And all you fuckers listening have been having Earl in the top 5 for having 2 belts and never moving up a division. So where the fuck you putting Artur Beterbiev? Stop cheating on y'all shitty ass list. So moving forward, I got Stevenson, 2-time champ, currently unified. I don't know. I didn't do that. Well, maybe I did do that because he does hold 1 division champion over Earl, who's only 3-time champ in the same division, unified. Then Beterbiev, 3-time champ, same division, unified, but he knocked out. He knocked out every single champion.
So I do want to point out that my list is, as of today, Nestor's is not. So Nestor still may make adjustments.
Yeah, I already had Beterbiev because I don't disrespect. You see, the world had Earl top 5 for being a 2-belt champ. Meanwhile, Beterbiev been a 2-belt champ for so long. He actually retired a champ, a young champ. Not a 34-year-old, not a 35-year-old, a motherfucking young champ who just retired Adonis. Beterbiev knocked him out and made him never want to fight again. Like, you can't ignore that. But, oh, his name not Earl Spence, so he don't get to be on the list. No. He been on the list. That's why he's on my list. And now he gets to move. I might move everybody up, and Taylor now goes under Inoue.
Okay.
That's my list. No one leaves, but they adjust. Taylor still hasn't done. Everyone gets pushed up. He gets pushed down. Inoue just knocked out Donaire. Yeah, he was 30, whatever, but he knocked out a champion in 2 rounds. Beterbiev knocked out a champion in 2 rounds. Shakur outclassed the champion. Mel beat and unified to undispute with a champion. My list is the real fucking list. That's how it should look. Talk to me about no motherfucking Tank and nobody else that ain't doing what these dudes is doing. These dudes knocking out champions. These dudes unifying with champions. Earl unified with Ugas.
A champion.
Usyk beat a unified champion. Beterbiev knocked off a fucking champion.
Vosdik.
Haney went to all of Australia to knock off a champion.
Cambosos.
Don't talk to me about my list. Don't talk to me about my list. Yeah, I got Shakur at number 6. He's a 2-time unified champ. Last I checked, Beterbiev only been in one division. Last I checked, Earl only been in one division.
He's a currently unified champ.
Yeah.
3-time, 2 division.
I mean, what is we talking about? Y'all just want to disrespect. That's what it is. The dudes that's done more, because he ain't your favorite fighter, you want to forget, but not me. Shakur, champion in 2 divisions plus currently unified. The same reason Earl was in everyone's top 5 for mad years. Just go back and check. All he did was beat Porter, and he been top 5 ever since. So talk to me. Why the fuck can't I have Shakur Stevenson, who beat an undefeated 2-time gold medalist in Oscar Valdez, 2-time WBC champ in Oscar Valdez, and Shakur happens to be 2 division champion plus currently unified? How is that not logical? I don't understand. That is completely logical. The thing is, you don't want to deal with logic. You want to say these lists are subjective. You want to make up, well, Tank sells tickets. This ain't got nothing to do with that.
Well, I mean, the list is subjective, but
no, but you can't see. That's what I'm saying. Dudes that want to make it difficult, they want to argue and debate. They come in with the list of subjective
no. The list is subjective.
No, accolades. Accolades.
Yes, accolades. But even with accolades, you and I have 1, 2, and 3 the same. And one can argue for maybe 3 being at 2, 3 being at 1, 1 being at 2, 2 being at 1. Like, even with those accolades, there's an
argument for Usyk to be above Bud, but there's also the debate that because he's only gone up 2 divisions, Bud's gone up 3 divisions.
I mean, some people, not you, some people, many people are still making the argument for Canelo remaining number 1. So what I'm saying is the list is subjective regardless of what you say. However, like I've told you, you
got to make an argument. Yeah, it don't mean your argument is going to win anyone over, though.
No,
so you could say Canelo should be.
Here's the thing, though.
Or you got him at 1. It's got to be logical.
Here's the thing, though. I can give you a logical, scenario, and clearly I don't have one in our, like I said, we have 1, 2, and 3 the same. But regardless, you can be like, nah, Danny, fuck you, because I value this more. You make a valid point, but we just got to agree to disagree.
Text me my list.
The list is always subjective, though.
So I can put it in my notes.
Absolutely.
Fulton is the only guy I got that isn't in there, but that's only because Inouye's done more than him.
So I do, yeah.
And everyone else on my list has done more than him. He's only a 2-belt champ. Earl is a 3-belt. Shakur is a 2-belt unified champ, but a 2-division champ. Beterbiev is a 3-belt champ. Earl, I said that he's a 3-belt champ. Bud is a 1-time champ, but he's a former undisputed and 3-division champ. Same thing for Usyk. Same thing for Canelo. Like, there's no place for Fulton. Like, he needs to do a little bit more because right now he could take Taylor's spot, but you can't completely shit on Taylor. He only lost 1 belt. He still got 4 belts, and he's saying he's staying at 140. So, yeah, he got a little bit of a push down for the bad fight.
Against who, though?
Who?
I'm saying, against who would you like Taylor?
Taylor?
Yeah. To see next.
You know who I want next.
Yeah, but obviously that ain't happening next, so.
You're right, because he dropped that belt. I wonder why. Artur Beterbiev, Dominicano, de lo mío.
We got a couple super chats really quick, Ness.
LV Slugger with the super chat, giving his pound for pound.
Says 1, Bud, I'm with you there. 2, Usyk, with you there. 3, Nello, with you there. 4,
this is where he lost me.
EJ.
This is where he lost me. Look, number 1, undisputed. Number 2, undisputed. Number 3, undisputed. Number 4, I'm just rotting someone's jockstrap.
No, well.
There's no logic. There's no logic.
There is logic.
Ugas is not a better champion. Even with the win over Pacquiao, he's not a better champion than AJ. AJ's been unified for the last 3 years.
Yeah, but they don't got him ahead of Usyk. Hold on, and I'm just gonna play devil's advocate.
They do got him ahead of Usyk.
Usyk is at 2, buddy. What you talking about?
I mean, He's at 4 though.
Yeah, he's at 4. So
everyone is undisputed 1 through 3.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, some may say that okay, he's beaten 3 champions for that, which could be maybe more commendable to some versus Haney's undisputed run because he got Haney at 5. So maybe
brother, but that's what I'm saying. Logically, right? In real boxing, in the real boxing world, with people who actually get in the ring, no one is gonna say that Haney doesn't deserve to be above Earl when Haney is the one that took a. This is history making deal. Okay. There is no other. He is the reference point now. Forever moving forward until someone takes a worse deal, Haney is on history taking the worst deal, okay? Going to foreign soil and undisputing. Stop the bullshit. There is no logic for Earl fighting dudes in his backyard, okay, as a favorite in every fight. Haney was a favorite, but I bet you that he was not as close as a favorite because remember, he was a favorite, but George Kambosos was also negative money. So I bet you
he was plus money, but Devin
for the whole time.
Yes,
I don't think so.
Yes,
I remember looking at it on Friday on the show, like, oh shit, they're both minus money. One was just less, and one was more.
No, Devin actually, if anything, the odds got wider. Closer it got to the fight because if you remember,
not if money's coming in on Kambosos, which it should have been.
Listen though, remember that Devin we had him at a minus 160 or minus 170, and it went as far as minus 200. So he became a bigger favorite, closer to the fight.
Why do I remember it closer than that?
No, he became a bigger favorite. Now Devin by decision for a while was plus money. It was like plus 105, 110. And then right before the fight, it went to like minus 110. So maybe you're thinking of the decision, like both men winning by decision. I don't recall what George was, but I know Devin for a fact for a while was like plus 105, plus 110 to win by decision. And then the weekend of the fight, it was more like a minus 110, minus 105.
Okay.
What's up, champ? Seems like you're thinking about a lot.
Yeah, I'm just wondering what the fuck we're talking about.
We're talking about why some could logically argue that Spence could be at 4 like LV Slug has.
Yeah, okay. Did you do that yet? Did you do that yet? Because I didn't hear what was the logic.
I mean, the logic once again would be that some could feel that him going on the road to beat Brook and then him coming back, beating Porter in LA and then beating Ugas for those belts. Some would say that fighting champion for each belt, that's a big thing.
So we just gonna make up that phrase, right?
What?
Because that was a lot of words. Can you make that into a phrase? Because Haney's phrase is he's a champion that went on the road. Haney's phrase is all the cards were stacked against him. I don't know. Well, you don't have to make nothing up. Haney's phrase is the ultimate phrase in boxing. The man that beat the man who beat the motherfucking man. Not no. Please. Just, again, look at the runs. One man fought the man that beat Loma, who was already the man. Loma was already the man. Tio became the man and lost to George, who became the man. So Devin beat the man. So Fury gets the credit. Fury gets to do it to Vlad, retire for 3 years, go on a coke binge, get 400 pounds, come back, fight Wilder in the buildup, say he's lineal champ and the world, especially America, accept it. No. I make you motherfuckers like eat your shit. No, sir. No, sir. So now we want to say, oh, well, some might say Earl went to the UK to beat Brook. So you tell me, which one is more miles away from America?
Bro, okay. That right there is not logical.
What?
Like, what does that have to do with pound for pound? They both went on the road. So Devin went on the road for an undisputed fight.
But that wasn't my argument. So I'm now just going into your guys' argument that Earl went to a foreign country to win his belt. Okay, so You're overlooking the fact that Devin did the same thing.
I'm not overlooking it. You brought up
I'm
the
generalizing the public.
Okay.
I'm not singling you. I'm generalizing the public because there's a lot of Earl Spence fans. There's a lot of other people that are going to say certain things to help their certain individuals. All I'm saying, if we use logic, if one dude went to a foreign country and you giving him credit, how are you not giving the other dude more credit for going to another country that's further, for fighting for more belts on the line, and for having to deal with the fact that his father wasn't allowed to the country until the 11th hour? So we're just going to eliminate that and say, no, they're both the same. Both went to 2 foreign countries, but Earl is more special, even though his guy was coming off a loss, and Haney's guy is coming off a unified win. So again, when you say no.
Who's coming off the loss? Oh, you talking about the first one? The first one, okay.
I'm talking about Kell Brook because we're talking about Earl going to a foreign country and we're talking about Devin going to a foreign country.
I only brought that up because you brought up the fact that Devin went to Australia.
But that's what I'm saying. One is greater than.
No, I hear
you. If we use logic, one is greater than. And I don't have to put anyone down. If we all just use logic, it's not my logic. It's just real logic. Like, did your opponent lose in his last fight or not? Yes, he did. Did your opponent's face get broken in his last fight or not? Yes, it did. Was George's face broken in the T.O. fight? Did T.O. beat George? No, so that fight was greater than. There was more belts on the line. Somehow, these Earl Spence fans are trying to level it out. Oh, well, he only fought Brook for 1 belt, but, you know, fuck that Haney fought for 4. Like, nah, man.
Well,
he went to a foreign country. But fuck that Haney had to travel for 2,400 miles. Like, bro, let's just be logical. Stop cheating for your fucking favorite fighter.
Way more miles than that. But
all right, well, whatever. Let's be logical.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, people could still come with more logical reasons why.
What?
Well, we're going to see if they call in.
CYP got a counterpunch. I
was about to say, CYP has a counterpunch. Let's get to him.
I just want logic, bro. Just use logic.
CYP. Yo.
Well, for one, Tank gonna stand my pound for pound. I guess I'm an idiot. Second, Beterbiev is not on my top 10 yet. And it's very simple. If anybody, what I'm going to do is I'm going to allow people to call in and try to prove me wrong. And if they change my mind, they change my mind. But he's not. The 75-pound division is a very, very weak division. Caleb Smith moved up, fought 1 time. He's already in the top 5 of that division. He fought Leon Castillo 1 time, and he's in the top 5. That's not a good look for the division. Beterbiev and Bivol are 2 very, very, very good fighters, but they haven't fought each other. So one of them 2 have to fight each other for them to be solidified in the pound for pound to go ahead all those other boxers who have done multiple division things and have fought better opponents. I'm sorry. 175 is a division with 2 dogs and a whole bunch of pups. I'm sorry. Bernard Hopkins was 50 years old. Joe Smith's resume is not really good. Go look at it. After he beat Bernard, he lost his next fight. Stop it. He also lost to Bivol. And he also lost to a dude we never heard of. Stop it.
That's a pretty weak argument, man. Diminish someone else's accomplishments so that you can justify your pound for pound list. So let me get this straight. Beterbiev, who has unified not once but twice, which technically, if you didn't know, is more than your favorite fighter's ever done. Your favorite fighter has never in his motherfucking life unified a belt. Not never. He ain't even been in negotiations to unify a belt. So you then go into the people he beat and the division. Okay. So Tank beating Pedraza is better than Beterbiev beating Vazdek for an actual belt while he was an actual champion who retired. Again, the man to beat the man. You see, I don't got to make shit up for my favorite fighters. People do. Because who beat the man to beat the man?
CYP, counterpunch number 2.
Who beat the man to beat the man? Vazdek beat Adonis, who was the man. Okay? Adonis agreed to unify, right? And Kovalev and Kathy Duva said, no, we got a contract. We got a contract with HBO, right? So they got out of the purse bid that Al Heyman won. So Adonis wanted to unify with Kovalev. Adonis was the man, okay? Who beat Adonis? Vazdek. Who beat Vazdek? Beterbiev. Somehow he's not the man Somehow, CYP found a way to say that he needs to go and fight Bivol, who never beat a champion. Like, you see this backward logic? This is why these shows go long. You're telling the man who beat 2 champions he's not the real man until he beats Bivol, who beat a dude moving up. Give him his counterpunch.
Like, insults don't matter when a man is smarter than you. I'm sorry.
I'm not insulting you. I never even said you.
Yes.
You brought up idiot, my friend. I never said that. I never said that. You just want to argue. State your piece on the call. Talk boxing. Talk boxing. Talk boxing, bro. Bell's rung.
You got an hour to talk, my guy. You got an hour. You're so afraid of me to have 30 seconds. You got an hour, my man. You got that. You got this. It's your show. You own this, not me. Listen, man. The people who are idiots who still have Tank on there with no logic. I'm an idiot in the whole boxing world. We're all idiots. I want you to put your list up and call your best friends who know boxing and see how many of them agree with you. Stop talking about us. See how many people agree with you. They won't. You don't even know what pound for pound means. It's a list where everybody puts up their own list. You put it together, accumulate the points, see who's on there. There is no one person who determines pound for pound. Not me, not you, not Danny, not TBV. When you learn the definition, then maybe you'll stop being so upset. I'm okay if Beterbiev gets put on there. He's just not on my list. Now go ahead and call me names. I'm good.
I never called you a name, but that's what you want to do to change the narrative because your argument today is worthless. You came in here and said, oh, so if people have Tank on the list, I guess they're idiots. I'm an idiot. I never said anyone who has Tank on the list is an idiot. I don't have Tank on my list, and he wasn't on my other list. I go off accomplishments, as simple as that. You want to argue with me. Use your counterpunch to talk about the list. Use your counterpunch to debate my call. You talking about me. I don't want to argue with you.
We got a couple super chats.
Let's get them.
I want to get to Ness. We got
George Foster in the UK says, why boxing weird? Bivol just shown us he's levels above Canelo. Doesn't matter if it's at 175 or 168. Crawl as one is scandalous. He wins are not elite. All right. So obviously he meant to say totally different things.
We got RXP Nasty with a $5 super chat saying, you're going to get a lot of backlash for what you're saying, but 100% accurate, Ness.
Thank you. Yeah, of course you get backlash when you speak facts. I just tell the truth. You know what I'm saying? Looks like I got Maestro on the line on Blog Talk. Shout out to Maestro putting in that work on the East Coast. Oh, can you get to Blog Talk? Because I'm having a 404 error. What's the number? 1718?
718, all right. Hello.
Good morning.
What up, Maestro?
Ring Walk, how's it going?
Good, bro. How are you?
Not bad, man. I'm not bad. You know, I was representing TPV at the Garden Saturday. It was great. I honestly don't know what Beterbiev is going to have to do to prove himself because it's like fight after fight. He keeps answering questions. He did it against Marcus Brown. He got off the canvas. Not off the canvas, but, he was told he had 1 round left. He got off the canvas before against Callum Johnson. And then, he just obliterated a dude that a lot of people thought would not necessarily win the fight, but be tough for him. So, you got to give the man his credit. Like you said, Ness, he's a 3-time champion right now. He's unified the division twice. I don't really understand kind of disregarding the guy at this point.
He beat 2 champions to unify twice, and my man said he's not on my list yet. He said he got to beat Bivol. Bivol hasn't even fought a champ yet. Only former champs. Canelo wasn't a champ, bro. Stop.
Oh, not a current champ. So
exactly.
Yeah, he ain't unified.
That's what I'm saying. Like the same. I'm using the same logic Earl Spence fans use, right? When he was top 5, they're like, well, he's beating champions. He's beating champions. He's taking the belt from the champ, Ness. Oh, okay. Cool. What about Beterbiev? He's not only taking a belt from the champion, but he's knocking them out.
Yeah, I got him in my top 10. Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with you.
Which, again, it's not your top 5, though. And everyone has Earl in their top 5. You know what I'm saying? He ain't knocked nobody out who had a strap. That's what I'm saying. Let's just be fair. Maestro, where do you have a pound for pound list? Damn, did we lose him? Oh, Blog Talk, shit. Damn, Gina.
Sorry about that, maestro. We got DFW Herbie with a $5 super chat saying you can't be pound for pound when you have 2 losses and 2 draws. At least people crack the code. Come on now.
Okay. So you can't be pound for pound because you got 2 losses and 2 draws, but 1 loss and 1 draw is okay. So I guess the limit is 2. Who said that? Herbie?
Yeah.
Herbie, don't pay. Just tell us, is the limit 2? Like it's okay to have 1 loss and 1 draw, but is it not okay to have 2 losses and 2 draws? I'm just trying to be sure because you're leaving Jamel in there. He's okay, but Canelo, who's got more accomplishments, he's no longer eligible for pound in your logic. It's like, do you people say what you're thinking out loud or what? You got 2 losses and 2 draws, but currently you're undisputed and you've unified 3 divisions plus moved up to a 4th and had won a title at 75. But since you got 2 losses and 2 draws, Danny, you're ineligible to ever get back into pound for pound, okay? I'm sorry.
And I do want to, I don't want to say clarify because you was partially right, right? But
what I fucked up?
I mean, you talking about how Beterbiev knocking out champions.
Didn't he knock out better?
I mean, he's knocked out everybody, no question about it. But
and he retired the champ.
You know, Spence has 2. You know.
Oh, he knocked out Brook.
I mean, he broke his face. Yeah, stopped him.
They stopped it.
Yeah,
the towel. You mean?
I mean, they ain't let the fight continue.
No, on the record, I'm pretty sure it says TKO though, right?
Is that not a stoppage? Is that not considered?
No,
a stoppage?
it's considered a stoppage, but a knockout is not considered a stoppage. A knockout, you knocked him out.
I mean, Beterbiev's fucking fight with Smith was a TKO. It was waved off.
Oh, you're right.
You know, and then you gonna say he was coming off the fight with Triple G, but he did the same shit to Brook. Opposite eye though. Opposite eye. You know.
Yeah, but you talking about a dude. Google it since you want to defend. He's talking about a dude that went to 160 and had to come back down in what? 7 weeks?
How many? 7 weeks.
How many?
Bro, that fight with Golovkin was in September. He fought Spence 8-9 months later in May.
Okay. Google it.
I don't gotta Google it.
I'm pretty sure.
I don't gotta Google it. I'm like that. He fought Golovkin in September. The week before Mexican independence, it could have been the 9th to 10th.
Danny, keep in mind, just because he fought in September doesn't mean that they already knew they were going down to 147. Why I'm telling you to Google it is because remember that the IBF gave Eddie Hearn and Kell Brook at least 3 IBF extensions, okay? He wasn't sure whether he was coming back down. He came down, same reason Jamal stood at 54, to answer the fans who thought he was ducking Earl. Just like Jamal stood at 54 to answer the fans who thought he was ducking Williams. They didn't want to make that weight. I guarantee you're going to find audio of Eddie Hearn himself saying, I don't want him to fight at 47 no more. Go ahead.
Regardless, the fight happened and he did what he did.
Exactly.
So I'm not defending. I'm just saying the fact that you said.
But we're still saying the same thing. He still lost and fought Earl. Cambosos won and fought Haney.
Yeah, but we wasn't even talking about the lightweight division, bro. We was talking about the light heavyweight division.
Same thing.
No, that's great. All I'm saying
Joe Smith didn't lose. He won.
I'm not arguing that part. What I'm saying is that you said that Earl wasn't doing it, and I'm saying that he did do it.
You're right.
That's it.
You're right. You're right. It's been so long, I did not realize that was a stoppage.
Talking about Google it like I don't know what I know, champ.
No, Google the weight. Google the weight. Google the weight.
I mean, the weight was 147.
No, the struggle for Kell Brook. Oh my God,
why does it matter? All I'm saying is that you said Earl hadn't done it,
bruh. How we gonna?
So what's the excuse with Ugas? What's the excuse with Ugas?
How we gonna
What's the excuse with Ugas?
What you mean?
What's his excuse? Because you said Earl hasn't done it.
That was a stoppage too.
No, I'm saying, what do you mean? He broke his face too.
He stopped him.
Come on, man.
That's another
I need to use Google.
Come on, man.
I need to use Google, man.
Come on, man. CYP, 3rd time around.
Danny, good cooking. But listen, man, we always talk about who somebody beat, right? You realize that Adonis, the man, was 41 years old. You realize that B-Hop was 51 years old. Now, name me a division where a 41-year-old and a 51-year-old both have belts. A 41 and you ain't gonna find it. That was all in one division. So that's how these dudes became champion that my man Beterbiev beat. They beat a 41-year-old and a 51-year-old to become champion. But then when Charlo talked about when he beat old ass Bundridge, who was 40, that's a problem, right? That's been a problem on TBV. But when everybody else beat them 40-year-olds because they got belts, respect them. They was champions. All I want to do is just bring some clarity to the bias that goes on here when people call me biased. Beating a 41-year-old and a 51-year-old do not make you great fighters. That just means you're a champion. Like I said with Charlo, Bunch wasn't a great fighter. He just had a belt. So let's keep that same energy.
Yeah, let's keep the same energy and try not to lie. I mean, I'm not going to call it a lie. You can forget like I forgot. Obviously, it's not going to play out that way. The Earl Spence fans will say I was hating on him, because how do you overlook 2 stoppages? I get it. I did. But the truth is, CYP is not telling the truth. Adonis was the man before he beat any 41-year-old that he's talking about, because last time
Adonis was a 41-year-old in question.
But he was not 41 when he beat everyone to be the man.
No. He was 41 when he lost to Vosdik.
Okay.
Yeah,
but he was not 41 to be the man. Like Adonis beat Chad Dawson. Adonis beat Darnell Boone. Adonis beat Donovan George. Adonis beat Tony Bellew, who went on to not only be light heavyweight champ, but also cruiserweight champ, and beat David Haye twice. Adonis beat Fonfora, who they were giving Joe Smith credit for not too long ago on ESPN. Adonis also beat Saki Obika, common opponent, I believe, with Andre Ward and Anthony Durrell. And Saki Obika used to be the WBC champ. I'm pretty sure he beat Thomas Top Dog Williams in his prime, who I'm pretty sure only had a loss at that time, maybe to Edwin Rodriguez, who only had a loss to Andre Ward at that time. So then he lost to Vazdak. And then keep in mind, Adonis was a victim of being too good. He couldn't get fights. I just went through the scenario that Al won the purse bid against HBO and Kathy Duva to unify the WBC with Kovalet's WBO, and they pulled out and said, we got a contract with HBO, so we can't fight on Showtime. So Adonis was good, you know what I'm saying? Did Vazdak get him at a later time? Yeah, but he also fucked him up.
Man, I mean, let's not.
That fight was scary.
Man, let's not forget. Obviously, he was in a coma for months. I know you was fortunate to see him at one of the first
WBC conventions when he came back,
and even that was 10 months after the fight.
And what about that Badu Jack fight? You the arm in that? How you remember that? Because they got it as a draw. I don't remember how even or tight or what was that fight like? Because Badu's always in tight fights, so I don't want to say that easily Adonis won because I don't recall.
Oh, no. That was for sure. It could have gone either way type of fight. I'm going to be honest, that's a fight that I leaned towards Badu, but there could have been a bit of bias in that because of my relationship. But that's a fight that it's like you don't forget where you was at. I was at Staples Center for Wilder Fury 1. And if you remember, Nuss, that fight was right before on free Showtime, the Vosdik-Stevenson fight. Counterpunch CYP numero 4. CYP, before I let you cook, man. Yeah. Bro, this your 4th call, man. You usually bring good call. I just need a pound for pound list. I don't have an issue with your calls, but I need that pound for pound list because I want to know who you got in there since you don't got Beterbiev. I ain't saying you wrong for having people not, but I do want to see who you got.
All right, listen. I give it to you. But hey, you know how this show, I always call in and argue when people get scorecards wrong and they say somebody was down when they wasn't. So this is one of them where I'm going to correct y'all again. You realize that Adonis was winning that fight all the way to 11th round. He got caught with a shot. Boom, put his lights out. He was winning. He wasn't getting his ass whooped. He was winning the fight. So a lot of people love to change narratives to help them. No, he was winning the fight on all 3 scorecards, not just one. That's just reality. But if y'all get
No, that's not. That's not. Hold on.
Are you addressing the chat, or because I'm lost as to where you're like who you were
what I'm saying was,
debating?
Dude was getting beat by a 41-year-old. He was getting beat. So
CYP, I'm gonna stop you though, because Adonis was not up on all 3 scorecards. He was only up on 2. One of the scorecards was a 95-95. Remember that?
But not to mention that there's plenty of 40-year-olds that do good. Like for you to say, oh, he was a 40-year-old. So what? B-Hop did good at 40. George Foreman won a belt after 40. Like there's people that there is still life after 40, bro.
But there wasn't life for him after 40. So
for who?
That doesn't work.
But for who?
Adonis,
Wait.
That was it.
Yeah, but it was only it because of Vozdek, which is the point I'm making. That Beterbiev beat a champ that put another champ in a coma.
Oh my, he's 41. Cut the bullshit.
Nah, but you CYP, hold on. CYP, if he 41, why would you use a point that you was just saying he was winning on all 3 scorecards, even though it was 2?
Because that's to tell you how bad dude is. Dude isn't that good. If a 41-year-old is beating you.
Come on, man. I'm moving on.
Point.
It's a bad point, man. It's a bad point. All you do is try to like tear down the next fight, and I can't front. I'm obviously doing that. I mistakenly did it with Earl's accomplishments on the knockouts. I fucked up because I already get enough Earl Spence. I fucked up and said he didn't get those 2 knockouts, which is damn sure on par with Arthur. So I have to rethink that.
And then Vozdek, man, we got to give him his credit.
He does get his credit. You know, that's just him trying to do that. He gets his credit.
He was 15-0 with 13 knockouts going into his fight with Adonis,
and then went into the fight immediately with Beterbiev. No running, no ducking. Like he shot his shot.
I mean, it was a fight in between, but yeah, it was right after.
Yeah, bro. But you know how long? Look at how long we waiting for Earl and Bud and
no. I'm talking about
Tank and
I'm talking about it was less than a year. He beat Adonis. It was December 1st, and then unified in October of
even
that
in
year.
the welterweight division. It took Earl 3 years, at least a year per belt. Not even that, because the IBF he had it longer before he got the WBC. Then he just got the WBA. So it's like, Vozdek went right into Beterbiev knowing everybody knew who this guy was. It ain't like he came out of nowhere. You know what I mean? He has infamous fights with Sergey on in the amateurs. We got Ohio Runs Boxing that says accomplishments override opinions any day. That's what I said. That's what I said.
So for Earl, it was 2 years. For each unification, obviously,
time in between.
Yeah. What I'm saying,
accidents, right?
Yeah, the accident, pandemic. Well, it was.
So it's 4 years.
Well, it was. So he became champion in 17, May of 17. Unified with Sean, September of 19.
So 5 years.
September of 19, and then now he unified with Ugas. But obviously, the pandemic and accident, did take some time away from that.
I mean, I'm going to be labeled a hater for this, but that's an excuse. Tio and Loma fought for all the marbles except one during the pandemic in the motherfucking heart of it.
No. Yeah. What I'm saying
that
is
was the heart.
Let's not forget.
And so did Josh.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is let's remember right after the Porter fight, they was already talking about Earl and Danny in January of 2020? 2020, all right? So the fight was in September. They already had a date late January for that fight. He gets into the accident. Then the pandemic happened.
But they had a date already for a fight that we didn't need. Danny had no belt. They were just throwing Danny a bone. That's all I'm trying to say.
I mean, it was a mandatory. It was a mandatory.
A mandatory. Danny just lost to Sean. And who'd he beat? Red Cats to be the mandatory?
No.
We got another counterpunch from CYP.
CYP.
What up? That was business, man.
All right, so the list. Y'all ready?
Yes.
All right, we got Crawford number 1.
Okay.
Canelo number 2.
Wow.
Jermell number 3. Spence number 4. Usyk number 5. Devin Haney, number 6. Shakur Stevenson, number 7. Tank, number 8. Inoue, number 9, and Lomachenko, number 10. That's my list.
Can we ask
I know
what's your criteria, just so the world listening knows why or how you put your fighters there?
Oh, my criteria is level of domination at your division and others. Level of domination at your division and others. 2, opponent's level of greatness at the time of the fight. 3, who you lost to. 4, consistency of trajectory means that if just because you whoop somebody's ass now, if you're about to retire after you fight them, that's going to be a problem for me. And 5, have fighters avoided you? That's my criteria.
So I just, as your friend, consider ourselves friends here so many years, going back and forth. Just as your friend, just rethink your list then. Because if it's the level of the opposition at the time that you fought them, if another criteria is, do people avoid you? And what were some of the other things he said?
Trajectory, basically, where's career trajectory? Where,
Bivol's checking every single box. Like, he's going to have to tell me what isn't Bivol doing not to be on that list ahead of a bunch of people, right? So Bivol is dominating his opposition. There's actually no one dominating more. You can't put Tank in that list for 2 reasons. Not only is Tank not knocking everybody out,
but then, if you're going based off his criteria, then it would be a simple level of opposition, because that was his criteria. How good was your opponents when you fought them? Like you said it yourself, Bivol ain't fought a current world champion in that division, so it's like maybe to CYP on, maybe that's why.
Maybe that's why what?
Maybe that's why he ain't have him. You don't have him in your top 10.
Have who?
Bivol.
He is in my top 10. He's been in my top 10 before this win. He was number 8 or 9.
I think you're talking about Beterbiev. I think you trying to say Beterbiev.
Yeah, I'm thinking Beterbiev saying Bivol.
Yeah, you definitely don't have Bivol in your top 10.
No, I'm saying I'm thinking Beterbiev saying Bivol.
Okay.
So everything I said meant Bivol.
Okay.
Meant Beterbiev.
Fuck, bro.
Yeah. Not Bivol. The other
Beterbiev.
one. Beterbiev.
Arthur. He's talking about Arthur.
I'm talking about Arthur. I'm saying Arthur deserves to be on CYP's list based off CYP's criteria.
Okay.
Artur Beterbiev is dominating even more than Tank. Tank has 2 or 3 fights that didn't go by knockout, and even some that he's knocked out, like Gamboa, went to 12. This guy is dominating for real. Like he just beat Joe Smith by 2-round knockout. So at least based off his criteria, it sounds like Beterbiev deserves to be in his list.
One level of domination, CYP.
Trajectory.
CYP.
What's his trajectory? Doesn't it look like he's about to be undisputed? I'm pretty sure he's going to be the favorite going into the Bivol fight.
I would agree. I would agree with you on that. But one CYP could argue, Ness, Tank has gone to decision, but Tank ain't never been sat down before. So who's been more dominant?
What? Wait, I'm not dominant because I got off the floor to win? Because I'm pretty sure that's what everyone gives Ryan Garcia credit for.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because you saying
everyone doesn't include me.
It's
not even everyone. It's boxing. It's, again, when I argue, I don't have to make shit up. This is a phrase in boxing. Ryan and Beterbiev suffered adversity and came out of it like champions by getting up and knocking both men out.
100%. But what I'm saying is that he could say he wasn't as dominant as Tank's been because he's been hurt, he's been dropped.
So wait, so Tank's has 1 or 2 or 3 fights that go the distance.
2.
Okay, 2 fights that go the distance.
One of them was a 6-rounder though.
2 fights that go the distance. And he's more dominant than the guy that's knocked out every opponent.
I'm just saying one could argue.
I know, but you're arguing, so it's your logic. I'm just trying to make sure every angle of your logic. So are you saying
it ain't my logic? I'm covering it. I am playing devil's advocate, so I'll play with you. Let's play.
Yeah. Even as a devil's advocate, I would like to understand if you value the unanimous win over the dude getting off the floor. Because again, we're talking domination. So if you knock the man out, it sounds more dominant than a 12-round decision. Regardless if I got knocked down, I knocked you out. So it's just hard for me to understand. That's why I'm asking you to give me more.
Yeah, I mean, then one could argue, say, he did come back and win, but he was dropped against less opposition that hasn't gone on to, then, go on to accomplish things.
So he's chinny. That doesn't mean he doesn't belong on a pound-for-pound list.
No, I was just giving you counter arguments.
And I'm giving you a counter argument.
I'm not saying that he doesn't.
You can't D-rank me because my chin is weak because they never did that to Amir Khan.
I'm not saying D-rank or drop off the list. What I'm saying that somebody could argue as to why, in their point of view, Tank's wins were more dominant because he
Tank never beat a champion. He never beat a current champion unless Leo Santa Cruz was. Because I'm sorry, I know they did some sort of double.
No, Leo was a 30-pound champ at the time, but so the weight limit for that was 30. But
actually, he beat one champion. See, and this is what I'm saying.
He beat Pedraza.
I did this earlier with Earl, and it's sometimes it's just a mistake. People think I'm like being personal or trying to take shots. He did beat Pedraza.
And then
other than that, no, but Leo wasn't a current belt.
Yes, he was.
Oh, it wasn't on the line.
Yes, it was.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yes, it was.
And you see, and when I said that, I said I know they did some sort of weird double belt thing.
What it was, Leo had the WBA Super that he won from Miguel Flores on the Deontay Wilder, Luis Ortiz 2 undercard. So then that belt at 30.
But they fought at 35.
No, they fought at 30. Tank and Leo fought at 30. So then that fight takes place. Obviously, Tank fights Gamboa. Pandemic breaks out. So then October 31st, 2020, they fight at 130 pounds. Leo's belt at 130 is on the line, and then Tank's belt at 135 is on the line. But the weight limit for that fight is 30. So he did fight two champions. Two champions, Pedraza, Leo, current. You right there, champ?
Ooh, almost did a Danny there.
Almost did a spill walk.
Well, that shoots a hole in my argument. You know what I mean? At least I'm big enough to say that if he beat two champs, so did Beterbiev.
And then the people saying that was for a vacant belt. Leo Santa Cruz.
That's what I thought. There was two belts on the line. It was a weird thing for that Tank Leo fight.
Bro, it's not weird. You're just not listening, bro. I'm telling you exactly what it was.
What?
Leo won the vacant WBA at 130 against Miguel Flores, right? Mm-hmm. That was November of 2019. Tank beats Gamboa at 35 a month later in October of 2020. October 31st, it was Halloween. They meet up. Tank still has his WBA regular at lightweight at 135. Leo has a super at 130. So both belts were on the line, but the weight limit was 130 pounds. That's how they was able to do it, because they obviously under 35 and they both made 30. So that's how that was. So Leo was a current champion, and so was obviously Pedraza, who Tank beat to become champion.
So again, based off CYP's list, because this last segment we've been debating how he gave us his list, but Beterbiev wasn't on it. But one of his criteria was level of opposition. You know what I mean? So Tank beat two champions, and so did Beterbiev.
Skid Row Joe, how are you going to say that the belt isn't a real belt when the International Boxing Hall of Fame, where we just saw Floyd Mayweather crying as he was being inducted into, acknowledges the regular titles? Man, I'm not the one saying this. They're the ones. I'm not greater than, right? The Hall of Fame is supposed to be the pinnacle. Right? It gets no bigger than. I'm not bigger than. So if they acknowledge, how can anybody say that they're wrong?
Well, we got the.
So I was sent the message, and I was told to tell you that Tank Leo was a vacant unification. Maybe you'll understand that, even though it wasn't.
Tank Leo vacant.
Because you don't remember the other day you put that out?
Yeah, but nobody had a vacant belt. So,
No, I mean, like I said, Leo had won it in his previous fight But Leo had a 130-pound belt on the line for that one. So
we got some super chats.
Yeah, we do have a lot of super chats that I'd like to get to, Ness.
Mm-hmm.
And I do want to apologize to everybody who typically joins us on Blog Talk as Blog Talk and not us. Not Sticky Paws this time.
Yeah.
Blog Talk is the one that's had some issues, so I do want to acknowledge all of our Blog Talk listeners.
Which sucks because today's like,
I think it's working now.
Yeah,
so I think we're good to go.
It looks like we good to go now, right?
Yes, I did call in and verify that you guys are coming in hot and clear.
Yeah. So what the fuck?
Yo, these dudes are funny. Couple super chats I do want to get to really quick. Where are they? We got DFW Herbie with a second super chat, $2 saying also Canelo a cheat. Hashtag PEDs. Ken Stone with a $2 saying Haney got the ring belt. He's a man until beaten. Mad Bent with a $5, and I agree, Ken Stone. Mad Bent with a $5 saying the deal you take isn't I'm not gonna lie. Can you see my screen? Are you able? You seem maybe more educated. That's a
prerequisite.
Oh, prerequisite. Yeah, I need glasses, bro. Cause I'm not gonna lie, I saw 3 P's in that word. I need glasses, pound for pound.
Yeah, there's a P and a Q in there, so it could be a little bit of a toss-up.
Nah, I saw 3. But anyway, the deal you take isn't a prerequisite for pound for pound.
Bullshit.
Where you did isn't either. It's accomplishments who and on what level. Cut it out, Ness. I do believe that, I mean, you just said on what level. That's part of what level. Like
exactly
the adversity, the challenges,
the location. Come on, man.
The adversity phase, the shit you got to go through, just like it was for Errol Spence when he had to go in front of 30,000 plus in Sheffield. That was totally against him as a challenger. It's no different to an extent. And then we got boom. Otis Biscuit with a super chat saying, Ness, why does BoxRec have Gervonta over Devin Haney?
Because it's points. Gervonta's been doing big fights. Remember, BoxRec is a point system. So when you fight a guy like Leo, who's a 3-time champ and been in big fights with Frampton and Abner multiple times, that's gonna give you points. It's all about points on BoxRec.
We got Prada Pierre. I'm sorry, we got DFW Herbie with a third super chat of the day. Drop a bomb for you. They're saying with their $5, pound for pound isn't about accomplishments. It's about who is the best pound for pound fighter. Well, I think given that...
How the fuck do we know who's the best if not by accomplishments?
Yeah.
This guy. So who said that?
That was DFW Herbie again. It's your friend. Proud of Pierre with a $2 super chat saying, Bivol versus Beterbiev is way overdue. Edge to Bivol, 100 emoji. Ohio runs boxing with a $5 super chat saying accomplishments overrides opinions any day. I agree. George Foster with a 5 British pound super chat saying CYP energy was completely different when 45-year-old Ortiz was putting his mitts all over his hero. It could have been stopped.
Yeah, he's going to come back and say something how Lewis was ducked and it's okay that he was 40 or above 40, or say that we just call him 40 and he's really not 40.
Luis Overgalarga with a $5 super chat saying CYP is a biased fanboy. Cut that boy off. Whoa. The Axiom with a $5 super chat saying TVB is boxing's #1 pound for pound. Salute to the team, salute to Discord, and salute to the live chat on YouTube. Salute to all the people tuned in, joining us live right now on youtube.com/The Boxing Voice, or the people that are going to be listening to this on iTunes, on Spotify, on any podcast platform. We appreciate you, and we thank you guys. Salute to y'all. New York Bullet with a $2 super chat saying Leo was champ at 26, not 30, and then coming back with another one saying I'm wrong, my bad. Shout out to you, champ. All good. George Foster with a super chat saying if Tank a real champ, then Haney isn't undisputed. And then Obi Uzoma with a $2 super chat saying nobody ever called Lara or Trev Bryant world champs.
That's not true.
That's not true at all. People definitely call them world champions. Who we got? We do
have AMG.
You want to open up the phone lines, chat?
They open, baby.
You guys know the number to call, and if you don't, 425-569-5241. Press 1 one time, and if you haven't and you're on the line, you like, yo, why they ain't gone to me? It's because you ain't pressed 1. Duh. That's that message. Just want to remind everybody, make sure to subscribe, make sure to hit that notification bell, make sure to like. As we are trying to reach our next goal of 150,000, we have surpassed 146,000 subscribers. So shout out to all the people. This wouldn't be possible without you all. So we are appreciative. Thank you very much. And for all the super chats coming in, we're appreciative as well. As right now we are in talks, and we have been discussing the possibility of making a trip cross country. You know, we're talking about making a trip cross country. We've been fortunate to be invited out to several camps, in Colorado Springs, camps in Philadelphia, camps in Houston. So we are right now trying to put something together, and that is only possible because of you and all your super chats. So thank everybody very much. We do appreciate it. And make sure, since Ness chose to not play the message, to drop us a 5-star review on iTunes. Who we got? We got
AMG.
AMG, what up?
Yo, what's up? Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
We hear you.
Okay, cool. Let me give my list real quick since, we're probably going to be giving a lot of lists today. So I got number 1, I got Bud, then Canelo, then Usyk, Earl, Mel, Haney, Stevenson, Inoue, Beterbiev, and Tank. That's my 10.
I have no issue with your list, champ. I do. I mean, we got the same 10, different order. Don't necessarily agree a little bit on the order, but that's okay, champ. I do. Then, I do like the list.
I did want to say in regards to the Earl versus Haney, pound for pound list argument. I get what Ness is saying. I give a little bit more credit to Earl just because, what edges it out to me is the fact that he's beating multiple champions, right? I credit Haney. He definitely, did his thing when he went to Australia, but it's still one champion. I can't put him over Earl.
Yeah, but it was the man. Pacquiao was the man. Pacquiao beat Thurman for that belt. Pacquiao was stripped. Ugas got that belt. Ugas beat Omar Figueroa. Then he came back and beat a Pacquiao off for how many? You the almanac. How long he was out?
2 years.
Okay. But somehow that's great. I beat the man that beat the man. Young men, too. See why P love bringing up age here. We talking about young men I beat. Man, get out of here, bro.
Why I even have Mel above Haney is because I put more stock into Castaño than I did into...
No, it's because you don't know shit about boxing. Who's this?
AMG.
How the fuck you got him above Haney and then say you put more stock in the champions when this dude lost? And not only did he lose, but he lost to Tony Harrison, who he was an underdog.
Yeah, but he's shown he's been able to adjust twice. That's big on my list.
My friend, what do you think you're going to do when you lose? You got to fucking adjust.
And he did it, but not everybody does it, right?
Homie, what about giving credit to the guys that ain't got to adjust because they ain't lost? Because their game plan don't fucking need to get changed.
Listen, I'm a Haney fan too, but
it ain't about Haney. It ain't about Haney.
Your whole argument is about Haney.
No, it ain't. I got fucking Bud, Canelo, and Usyk above Haney, Poppy.
Bro, I know, but you're putting way too much stock on Haney's win. Way too much. He's undisputed, no doubt. But he's beating one champion. And just how everybody felt like Theo would probably lose a rematch.
So wait a minute. Don't forget.
Everybody felt that Kambosos would lose to a Theo rematch. Let's not act like everybody thinks that.
Everybody thinks that? I don't know. I don't know. I tell you what everybody didn't think. I tell you what everybody didn't think. I tell you what everybody didn't think. They ain't think Theo was going to go down either. So, your straw man arguments about everybody thinks don't mean shit. Because everybody thought Andy was going to lose. Everybody thought fucking Buster was going to lose. Everybody thought Kambosos was going to lose. So stop your bullshit.
Nobody had Kambosos on some pedestal, dude. No one did before that fight.
Ain't nobody putting him on a pedestal. But if you follow boxing, he does belong there because he beat the man. How the fuck is Tyson Fury the man then? If not by beating the man.
He just don't belong there above Earl.
No, you just don't want to use logic because you don't want him there. You want to put a dude with a loss and a draw above him. And then you want to paint it over by saying he learned how to adjust. Well, Haney ain't got to adjust because he ain't fucking lose. Get him out of here.
No 50-50 fights for Haney. Not yet.
No 50-50 fights. There's a bunch of fucking 100 ducks. 100 ducks. Dude's not fighting him. Before he was undisputed, how many people was lining up to fight him? How many people got their career high payday to fight him? So you ain't nobody, but I want the most I've ever got paid to fight you. You can't punch, but I want to get paid a career high payday to fight you. Stop lying. But I'm going to be here every day to make sure y'all never forget. Fuck out of here.
Speaking of wins and losses, right? Nuts, because that's what we're talking. How good is your win? How good is your loss? How good is your kill, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, y'all be killing shit on Call of Duty, on Modern Warfare.
Let's go.
Kill it with our friends at Kenichi Bear, right? So one thing I like about Kenichi, bro, at the end of the day, we are the voice of the people, and there is no equal. And the dope shit about these, bro, that these right here, not just do they serve as gaming headphones, you could use them while you working out, doing a boxing workout, which is what the creator of these headphones does because he himself is a boxer. So I just want to give a big shout out to our friends at Kenichi Bear. Just want to acknowledge them and want to, just put them out there for you guys who game, for you guys who listen to music in the gym while you're working out. Go check them out, support an amateur boxer, and get you some quality headphones while doing so.
Absolutely.
Taking them wins and losses.
Get 15% off using our discount code TBV, keeping it simple, the acronym for the boxing voice. These are actually Hibernation 5, so purchase these now. The link will be in the description. Shout out to Danny. And I'll pin that, and you can go ahead and check these out. Once again, he is a teenage amateur. So, the funds from this go to make sure he gets to all his tournaments and make sure that, he can probably turn this into a means to become a professional fighter. And, I want to give his father credit. We give Bill Haney a lot of credit. But shout out to Kenichi Bear and his father.
As his father's the one that influenced and persuaded him to start a business during the pandemic.
Yeah.
And now they have these headphones. Amateur standout Carmel Moten is using them. So definitely want to check them out. If, like I said, if you game, if you're a gamer, or, while you working out, if you want to throw them on while you go for a run.
Yeah, because the mic comes out. So you can actually, use them in the airport as headphones in the gym. But if you want to use them as gaming headsets, you put in your mic and you do your thing. So once again, shout out to his father, K Wolf, for, just employing his son to try and do something great at such a young age. But do we got all the super chats?
We do not. No.
Did you get to Lewis?
Let me see. I didn't get to Lewis. I left off on OB.
No, you did. You did. And the Axiom?
So the last one is DJ Curtis with a $5 super chat saying, is the Spence versus Crawford fight bigger than when Oscar De La Hoya fought Tito Trinidad?
I don't know, because you're talking about a built-in Puerto Rico versus Mexico rivalry.
And I don't even want to say an issue.
And back then, Puerto Rico was a lot more prominent in boxing, maybe, or at least they had more of a pulse. Like, we could feel them right now.
No, and then Tito, Tito for me, for the Puerto Rican people, Tito to them was Chavez.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? Like, Tito to them was the greatest. So obviously the people was in full support of Tito. Oscar, no question, had his following, his fan base. So I think because of that, because you got two different countries behind the men, that's why that fight was bigger.
Damn, my man said, I just bought headphones. Mr. Vegas said, I just bought headphones. How much are they? Yo, dog, you better return them shits and support my mans. You know, next thing you know, he the next gold medalist, man. And you can feel like you helped him get there or assisted him getting there, because you know that it takes money to get to these tournaments, to drive across country, you know, to be part of all these amateur fights that these kids have to have in order to get noticed. You know, the more national wins, the better it is for that child when, you know, those deals come rolling in.
Absolutely.
So, what's next?
Who we got?
You ain't got no super chat? I feel like you didn't get to this Lewis guy.
What's the super chat say?
No, you got to that. I'm talking to Axiom. He says the Boxing Voice number one.
I definitely got to that.
Boxing Voice is pound for pound?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, no
on
question.
Discord, we do have Why So Serious.
You sure the dude that said salute to the Discord?
Yes.
Okay.
Salute to the chat.
You got the New York Bullet. He said,
Bro,
Leo.
I've gotten to everybody.
So you got the page open?
Yeah, I got it right here.
Oh,
champ.
all right.
Yeah.
So that's why, as long as you're on that page, then you know.
No, I got it right here. That's why when I refreshed it, I said I left off on Obi, and then it was just the last one, DJ Curtis.
Okay.
So who we got, Austin?
Well, before we move on, we did get to our goal, I guess, over the weekend. So we are
Last
at
night.
146,074. 146,074. So we need about 4,000 more subscribers to get us to the next level of 150,000, which luckily enough, Danny, we got 10 days left in June and then the whole month of July to accomplish your goal of 150.
Yep.
So-
And I do want to, encourage everybody to subscribe, like, share, because like I said, the super chats that you guys have been blessing us with, we are currently trying to put together
This amazing road trip. Is going to be a cross-country road trip, and we still need an intern. So if somebody wants to take this road trip, we got to like you, though. But we might let you come because it's going to be serious.
So
we're going to different places. We're going to first stop at
Colorado Springs to see Keyshawn Davis.
Next stop?
And team. Philadelphia. So we go.
Oh, we going straight from Colorado to Philly?
I was looking to see where we could possibly stop at, Ness. Along the way, there, we'd be driving through like Indianapolis, Central Ohio, not even like near where boxing is really popping in Ohio. So as of right now, that is a plan, but we may make a stop in Detroit. Shout out Tony Harrison, Alicia Bumgardner.
True.
I know we've been in contact with
We could
Tony.
definitely stop there.
With Tony. So Philly is a stop though, not just for Boots though.
Yeah.
But for Danny Garcia as well.
It's Swift, baby.
And then we'd be heading down south to Houston, down at J Prince Boxing. Shout out to Shakur, gave us the invitation. I hit him up. I'm like, champ, man, I'm trying to come down and I'm trying to ride some horses with you. He said, I'm ready whenever. So, yeah, man, we trying to put this great road trip together to bring you guys the content necessary. And it's crazy because we've been going to gyms every day, Ness, and we've been able to get some great content, some great footage. But we like, damn, things slowed up a bit in Vegas.
I bought a new mic, too.
Let's hit the road. And
well, I ain't going to say things slowed up in Vegas, even though they have. But it's just, some bigger fish out there we got to fry,
so
we got to hit the road, Jack.
So we like, let's hit the road before Keyshawn's fight July 15th.
And wow, that's July 15th?
Yeah, so
there's a Arnold Barbosa scheduled for July 15th.
Yeah,
he's
same
on the
card,
undercard.
yeah.
I know. So damn, if we're on the road, we can't do that live fight chat. I got that scheduled.
Well, no. The way I actually have it planned out, we'd be back in time for that.
Okay.
We'd be back right in time for that. But yeah, guys.
And then it's funny. I noticed that yesterday. Then Ryan is right after that with Fortuna the next day, July 16th.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep. So we'll be back. We do have a couple super chats, and let me tell you guys, nothing's official, but we are actually considering making a real road trip. So I'm talking about doing maybe a Sprinter van, doing maybe one of those conversion vans.
Yeah.
So if you guys got one, or if you guys have a business that, hit us up. We could, maybe work something out,
For
make
sure.
some shake. You know, but do got some super chats that have came in us. Can't leave those behind. We got Chris Carson with a $2 super chat saying no drug cheats on the pound for pound. Arizestro with their $5 super chat saying how many fighters he give a biggest payday to? 1, stop with the bummy narrative.
Who? He's talking about?
He talking to you saying that Tank has only gave one fighter their career high payday. Or not Tank, Devin, I'm sorry. That Devin has only gave one fighter career high payday. That to stop with the narrative that he's been avoided and that fighters are getting paid to fight him.
Linares got more money to fight him. Not career high payday, more than he was getting to fight Fortuna. And then obviously it's
JoJo.
JoJo got way more than he was getting to fight Ryan. And last I checked, Cambosos just made $10 million. Who's that again?
Oh, that's Arizestro.
Era, be careful, man. I'm trying to let you talk here, but you're not making sense.
Bones 13.
My
not
man
to be
just
confused.
made $10 million fighting Haney. Come on.
And before they're like, oh, it was in Australia, it was Cambosos. Let's not forget they had 2 names that they was paying the money for, Devin and Loma. That's it. Bones 13 with a $5 super chat saying, good morning, guys. Y'all should come out to Fort Worth for the Virgil fight and do a live stream of the fight out here. Problem is
the Fort Worth fight is July.
That's August.
Oh, August 13th, right?
Yeah.
I got that scheduled.
The issue is, bro, who the fuck is he fighting?
Michael Mickinson. Or McKinnison?
Exactly. You can't you can't even.
But I don't know a lot of UK dudes' names. That don't mean they can't fight.
No, I'm not saying that can't fight. I'm just saying that, bro, y'all know Ness don't leave the studios. You want them to leave for Virgil and Mickinson?
I know. And it's just tough. It's just tough. We get better numbers in studio. That's why this road trip is difficult. Is the fighters that we going to see that making it enticing. But, you know, at the end of the day, we're trying to grow. But just as a reminder, we do have the Jesse Rodriguez, Franco Bam Rodriguez, who's going to be taking on Kikak Sunrun V guy. How is it? Sunrun
Visai.
Sunrun Visai. We have that scheduled for June 25th, which is next Saturday.
This Saturday coming up, actually. It's now fight week. Just to remind everybody, undisputed welterweight champion of the world, Jessica McCaskill will be defending her.
So we're going to be doing all those live fight chats. We'll be here in studio. Then the next one is on July 2nd, which is Joe Joyce versus Christian Hammer. And after that, we got July 15th, Arnold Barboza taking on the undefeated Zoria. And then on the undercard, you have Richard Torres and Keyshawn Davis. And then after that, we got the 16th, which is Ryan Garcia, Javier Fortuna, also scheduled for live fight chat. And after that, Adrian Broner, Omar Figueroa on July 23rd. We also have Danny on July 30th, also scheduled, who's going to be taking on David Benavidez' brother, Jose Benavidez Jr. And after that, Virgil Ortiz, Michael Mickinson for August 6th. And after that, Tio versus Pedro Campa, August 13th. And last but not least, August 20th, Alexander Usyk defending his titles versus Anthony Joshua.
Bro, that shit's literally 2 months away. You already got it scheduled for the people to let them know.
Yeah,
we gonna be calling that fight, and I bet you got it scheduled at a bad time too.
Yeah, I think I got the AJ scheduled for like a 5 or a 6 o'clock.
Okay, well, I don't even know what I was about to ask you. You don't remember shit because I was gonna ask you. Do you remember around what time the rematch with Andy was? Because that was in Saudi.
Nah.
And the only reason I was asking was because I was
Bro, that's crazy they got that plug though.
What plug?
Think about it, bro. How many fights ago was that? And AJ lost and won and then lost again, and Saudi still fucking with him. Like they still like, bro, no, here.
I mean, clearly they made a significant amount of money.
I don't know. Did
one.
they? Come on, bro. Like, they just want attention on their country. They rich. Are they really making money? They paying dudes $60 million to fight. And we're making stadiums.
Well, so what I'm saying
we're
is,
making temporary stadiums to allow 15,000 people only.
Austin, they literally built the stadium for 2 events. It was the fight, and then the next weekend they did a tennis tournament, and then that was it.
Hell yeah, we about to be in July, baby.
Because
shit moving.
They didn't have a venue to host the fight. But what I was saying, Ness, and I probably should have specified because I was talking on a way larger scale.
Pound for
when
pound.
Hold on.
No, this is super important. This is super
it's
important.
not super important because they didn't even super chat it.
It is. Pound for pound, Javi. Oh, now you leaving? This guy's, yo, he called feelings. Pound for pound, Javi says, what are you guys looking for in an intern? Come in. He blocked the camera. Come in and let's discuss it. There's a lot of perks to being down with TBV. Yeah, you know me. So yeah, man, come through. We definitely need an intern. What was the last guy? Jose. It just didn't work out for Jose with his day job. So yeah. Wow, he really blocked the camera. I just seen it on the playback. All right, let me see. I think we got another super chat coming in from Arizestro. If you haven't already, hit that thumbs up and subscribe. Go ahead and do so. We're on our next goal of 150,000 subscribers. Right now, we're at 146,000 and less than 100. So we need that help to get to the next level. All right, so it looks like Arizestro says, Kambosos got the money, either fighter. So saying because of Haney is doo-doo. JoJo is only highest payday, like you said, saying it wasn't Linares' highest. Again, Linares got more to fight Haney than he did when he was scheduled to fight Fortuna. And in terms of Kambosos, like Haney already told you, but you seem not to be listening, and he told it to Kambosos, you wasn't getting any money. They only was paying for Haney or Loma. So what do you mean, either fighter? One fighter can't fight. He's in another country fighting a war.
Inactive.
So, like, again, Arizestro, you're wasting money. It's not semantics, it's facts. Only Haney could have got him that money. Technically and legitimately, Loma is in a war and wasn't available. So I don't know what you're talking about. You're just mad that the facts are ruining your argument. Facts are Kambosos' highest payday came with Haney.
We do appreciate the 1 gallon of gas you have now contributed to our road trip, though. Thank you.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy out here. Gas is crazy, bro. We need a. Can I talk to the president? You know what I'm saying? What was that? Wasn't it Nas or was that Yeezy? Jeezy.
Yeah, you got me on that one.
I want to
They
talk
said,
to the
they said
mayor
Danny's
and
going to put the pause on that.
And the motherfucking congressman, can I talk to him? You don't remember that? Nah, you too young.
Why? Did Qatar come up?
Who the hell is Qatar? Is that like a country?
Yeah.
I believe it's a place in Saudi.
No, Qatar is definitely a country.
It's its own country, okay.
Yeah, it's a country in the Middle East. I've actually been. Hottest place I've ever stepped foot on.
Oh, wow.
Ever.
Oh, wow.
Nothing comes remotely close.
The floor was hot?
Bro, I'm talking about...
Your soles was melting?
No. Bro, if you don't have glasses on while you outside, you fucked. Like, your vision is so bright out there, bro. The first time I went, landed at 3 in the morning, 102, 90% humidity. At 3 in the morning. It was crazy. Hottest place I've ever been. Now, I just saw people saying Qatar's in Saudi. I'm not sure. Matt Garces. He said Saudi got the World Cup. No, Qatar got the World Cup. Hosting it this year, actually. Can we live stream the spar between Danny and us? Yo, a lot of people been asking me about Border Wars. Like, bro.
Yeah, I just had somebody hit me up on IG talking about, can I organize the Las Vegas Border Wars? I'm like, yeah, give me 10 stacks.
Bro, like you gotta, I was gonna say this shit costs money.
I know.
You get me out of retirement, you gotta pay.
I ain't even talking about
$500 million out of retirement.
Nah, I ain't even talking about like cost money to get me to fight. First of all, I ain't fighting, and 2, it costs money to do.
Nah, it costs money for everything. That's what I'm saying. Training camp cost
I gotta
me.
start getting cooler with Nancy because she does the green belt tournament. I would love to like pick her brain and see what that's costing to get done.
But who we got?
They were in LA last week. Yulika fought.
Oh, really? Yeah, because I know.
Did I say her name right?
Ulicia.
Ulicia, yeah.
Why always call her Yulika?
They're doing.
I just be making my own names up.
They're doing the one here, right, in August for the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame induction weekend. So they'll have a green belt WBC green belt amateur tournament though. So who we got?
Is there colors on Block Talk? It looks like we got some people there.
Nah, Mr. Vegas. I've lived in Texas, bro. The heat you feel in Qatar is another level.
Another level.
Like I never felt blinded when I was outside anywhere except Qatar. Like you literally feel blind, bro. We was like bats. We would sleep during the day, come out at night, because that's how hot bro. I'm telling you, it's so hot that I had to get out the pool and go inside. How you getting out the pool because you too hot?
Turn it into a broth up in there?
He said a broth. You funny. That sounds gross, bro. Like a pool broth.
Yo, they had Danny floating in motherfucking
No,
carrots
exactly.
and celery.
No, Mike Thompson. Exactly. The World Cup is this year, bro. The World Cup every 4 years happens. Right. Every 4 years happens during the summer. Not this year. For the first time ever, they're not doing it in the summer. That's how fucking hot Qatar is. That they have to change something that they've done for over 100 years because it's too hot. We can't do it during the same time of year we've always done it in. That's why they're doing it in the wintertime. But who we got? Oh, Javier Maldonado with a $5 super chat saying, so is Daniel Dubois the real WBA heavyweight champion, Danny, and not Usyk?
Ooh, Danny. What do you say to that one?
I say to that Daniel Dubois is the WBA heavyweight champ. And I say that I ain't got that. Yeah, I ain't got that. And I say that Alexander Usyk is the WBA super heavyweight champion of the world. Because that's what he is. Who we got?
Well, we actually have 718 new caller.
Okay.
Who's this? Hello. 718-618. 718-618. Hello. Mad Bent, Kansas City. Hello. Is Block Talk working? Uh-oh. Hello.
In the meantime,
hello. They hear us, so it's got to be something else because all those people are there and hands raised. David Maldonado. Hello. Oh, he's working. David.
Yo, what's good?
What's up, brother?
I'm here.
Why you? You in the windstorm? Is everything all right?
I'm outside, man. What's up with my intros? Let's go, good. Yo, listen, my top 10 pound for pound. Here we go. Number one.
Damn, they disrespecting you out there.
I know, baby.
Yo, close your window, bro.
He walking.
I'm outside. Man. Crawford, number one. Usyk, number two. Canelo, number three. Theo, number four. Now I'm joking. Spence, number four. I'm not really high on Inouye, but being that he's been champion and dominated for so long, I got Inouye at 5. I got Haney at 6. I got Stevenson at 7. I got Little Charlo at 8. I got Beterbiev at 9. And I got Josh Taylor at 10. I moved Josh Taylor all the way down. Everybody feel that he lost that fight. Honorable mention, Devontae Davis, Lomachenko, Teofimo, and Bivol. That's my list.
Shout out to New York City. Windy as fuck. Let me go out to J. Will in Ohio. What up?
Bought in. Except I think I traded out. I didn't have.
Yeah.
Anyway, at 5, I think he had 4 or 5, but I had him at 4, and I think I had Mel at 5. I think everything else was the same with Crawford, Usyk, Canelo, as far as my top 3. No, I had Spence. That's right. I had Spence in my 5. And I think you said something.
Bro, can you start your list over? Can you start your list over because you just confused everybody?
Devin or something like that. Is that what you said?
Bro, can you?
Because I do have.
Yo, hello. Hello.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you start your list over, bro? Because I don't know, you came in like half of your call.
Oh damn, my bad. I had I say it was real similar to the previous caller, man. It was crazy. It was I had Terence, Usyk, Canelo, and I had Errol as my 5th, and I had Devin sitting right behind Earl. And I think that was the thing that was kind of funny. I think you kind of alluded to the fact that there's no way Earl should be above Devin.
I mean,
there's no
one guy undisputed, the other guy's trying to undispute. I mean, it's pretty simple, but I guess not to you guys.
Well, I mean, who has a better resume?
The undisputed champion. The current undisputed champion. That's what I'm saying. You guys make pound for pound so difficult. Like, the accolades don't change. The accolades don't change. The highest accomplishment you can achieve in boxing is undisputed. That's it.
Well,
and then the highest achievement you can accomplish in boxing after boxing is being inducted into the Hall of Fame. That's it. Like, you guys want to make shit up. Now all of a sudden, someone else's unified run is better than an undisputed run, even though they didn't do what the other man did. They didn't complete the task. You're not completed until you undispute. And remember, people keep saying, oh, Ness, you're only acting like this for Haney. No, I'm giving you your same energy. All the Bud fans that for all the years told us Bud was where he's at on the list right now 3 years ago because he undisputed. He's still number 1. But 3 years ago, he was number 1 because he undisputed. So now you're going to tell me now you're going to tell me Ndongo somehow is better than George Camboso or accomplished more than George Cambosos? Because he didn't.
No, I'm not saying nothing. Narrativeness, chill, man. Like you took over the call. You put.
Nah, it's just that it's so draining that y'all got to change everything. Like, come on, bro. You either go through the levels of the game and beat the big boss, or you didn't get to the end and beat the big boss. Like, you don't just say someone did it if they didn't do it.
Man. Come on. To me, it's not. See, my criteria is who you actually fight. Like, your status of 2, 3, 4, 5 belts, all this undisputed, all that, that's cool. But, like, for instance, so you say he's the man who beat the man, yada, yada. That's what you kept saying.
Mm-hmm.
So when you can't say just because you beat the man on one given night, you are of the same pedigree of that man. Set in point, you got somebody like you brought up Buster Douglas, right? He beat Mike Tyson, but his pedigree was nowhere near the pedigree of a Mike Tyson or a Evander Holyfield. That's why when he fought Evander Holyfield, the very next fight, he got knocked out in the second round.
So Jay Will, you know what you do? When that happens to Haney, you drop him from whatever position he belongs at now as a current undisputed. You don't rank him. You don't rank him with the thought of possibly.
Hold on.
Shit is crazy.
I'm talking about him beating Cambosos. Cambosos is not of the pedigree of a Shakur, of a Tio, of a Lomo, none of that. He's not of those pedigree. Yes, he beat him, and he did technically get all the belts, and we got to salute him, man. We can't hate. But he's not doing what Earl is doing. Earl beat Danny, your boy. He beat Sean.
Bruh. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, right? You saying Cambosos ain't doing what Earl did, right? But he was the underdog, got the win and a knockdown. Okay? So, what is he supposed to do? Right? His next fight, his next cut this guy off, bro. You don't
man, that's one fight.
All right, man. His next fight was Devin Haney. Was Earl's next fight Terence Crawford? Was it? It wasn't. Haney is arguably the best in the division, if not Tank. That's who people are talking about. There's only two names. There used to be Tio and Loma. Now it's only left Tank and Haney. So, of course, Kambosos didn't go on to do what Earl did because Earl didn't fight Crawford. He didn't fight the person everyone wants you to fight. Haney and Tank have always been those guys. Unfortunate for George, he had to face Haney next. Loma was smart enough to take franchise. I don't understand what you're saying. Of course, George didn't get the run. He had to fight Haney. Tio wouldn't have got the run because he would have had to fight Haney. That's why he didn't. Simple. C-Dub, what up?
Yo.
What up?
You get me?
Mm-hmm.
Yo, TBV, what's good? Smash the like button. It's free. Do something. It's a lot, man. It's champion on here today. Yeah, man. Everybody list, I don't know. It's crazy because, I could be called Mr. PBC sometimes, because God bless Al Heyman. But I'm not high on Spence and Tank like everybody else. I don't, I put accolades over, kind of like this. So it's Bud, Usyk, Canelo, Jamil, Devin, undisputed, Josh, undisputed. Then I bring in the unification, Shakur, Inoue, Spence, Loma, to round out the 10. 11A, 11B, Beterbiev and Bivol winner. They could take 11 or knock out somebody in the 10. But
what?
When they become undisputed.
Hold on. Give me a list again, man. What the fuck? What'd you say?
Bud number one. Usyk 2. Canelo 3. That's kind of like what everybody got.
Mm-hmm.
Then Jamel number 4. Devin 5. Josh 6. Those are the undisputeds. Okay, then you
Josh
got
not undisputed no more.
Who? I mean Josh?
Well, currently, but if you saying like out of the active that have accomplished, then yeah. But go ahead. You had Josh 6, go ahead.
Then Shakur, Inoue, Spence, Loma. Spence at number 9. He hasn't undisputed. He is unified. He does have 3 belts. But once he get undisputed, then he can skip somebody or jump somebody.
So I don't get how you got Spence on the list, but you don't got Beterbiev.
Beterbiev?
I would put Beterbiev over Loma. Loma's not even a current champion.
He don't even have a belt.
I don't even know that they consider him an active fighter at the moment.
It's kind of like what my man was saying. It's like I give Loma accolades. Canelo got a belt, but he's been losing.
No, he don't got a belt. He got the undisputed belts. He's got 5.
Yeah, Canelo got undisputed, but he's kind of been losing.
But he's a current champion. Loma's not even a current champion.
This is what I'm saying. This is crazy. These dudes are crazy. They're legit crazy.
But he said he's unified in two divisions, 3 belts.
And lost. And lost.
He lost one.
This is what I'm saying. It's funny. It's funny how y'all do it because one dude loses and you rank him higher than other people. Then other people lose and y'all take him out the list. So in one breath, you saying Canelo, yeah, he undisputed currently, which I don't give a fuck about because he just lost. That's what you said. But then you turn around and say, well, Loma lost his undisputed titles, or rather lost his belts. Never undisputed, but I got him pound for pound anyway.
Well, you get that narrative from, though. I got Canelo still number 3, so I obviously care about that.
But you literally just said it don't matter. But my friend, you said I got Canelo number 3, but he been losing. He been losing is what you said. You put an S at the end, like it's multiple losses that he's had consistently or currently. He lost one time in the last, 5-7 years.
All right, Loma got 2. It just got more accolades than Beterbiev. That's all. Beterbiev just became 3 belts. Loma was 3-belt champion twice. So, the war is kind of messing up my boy from getting back in there to see if he can challenge Devin. But, that's the list.
Funny he want to challenge Devin when he ain't got no belts, but he wanted to take franchise when Devin wanted his belt.
Okay. Yeah, we know the war stopped him from challenging for the belt, though, right? We do know that, though.
No, what stopped him when he asked for franchise status?
The same thing that stopped Canelo.
Canelo ain't
fear.
Same thing.
Fear.
Fear. Canelo ain't request for it though.
Fear.
It's a difference.
One dude went to Mexico with his entire team. But I got to move on, C-Dub. I can't stay arguing with dudes that don't use logic. Oscar, what up? My man got Spence on the list, but not Beterbiev. Shit is insane to me.
What's up, man? So we're doing this, so I made up my list. I got Canelo, Usyk, Bud, Haney, Taylor, Jamel, Inoue, Shakur, Beterbiev, and then Spence.
Wow.
But how you put Spence at the end?
I think Beterbiev knocking everyone out, and he has 3 belts.
But Danny just proved that Earl did the same thing. He knocked out Brook and he knocked out Ugas.
Okay. I'm glad you said that. Let's talk about that. He knocked out Brook after Gennady knocked him out, right? It was the opposite eye. But if you look at the Gennady fight, did Brook stop fighting and take a knee, or did his corner throw in the towel?
I mean, they saved him, bro.
Of course, but
he was pawing at his eye. I remember that fight.
I understand, but just let me spin real quick. If Brook didn't know what that pain felt like, you know what I mean, with Gennady, I think he would have beat Spence. You see what I'm saying?
I guess.
You understand what I'm saying? If he didn't fight Gennady, I'm not saying Spence wouldn't have broke his eye if he didn't fight Gennady, but I think he would have kept going because his corner threw the towel for him. But since he knew that pain, he stopped. Like, hell no, I ain't going through this. And that's why he stopped with Bud as well. Don't you think? Like, fuck that. I'm not going through this again. That's my opinion. But y'all have a good day. Shout out to all my sanitation workers out there cleaning up the room.
I don't know, because I remember that fight was some years ago, but I remember Brook pawing at the eye
and looking at his corner
for rounds.
And looking, I don't know about for rounds, but I remember him like
it was at
looking
least
at his corner
2
like
rounds.
save me.
It was at least 2 rounds.
Save
Hold on, what fight you talking?
I'm talking Gennady.
Oh, I'm talking the Earl fight.
Oh,
I'm talking the Earl fight. I'm talking the Earl fight. But I mean,
I would have to watch that fight. I remember there was crazies that said Earl was losing the first 6.
Yeah, I remember it being competitive the first 6, but I don't know that he was losing.
Mm-hmm.
But I do remember it being competitive early. But hold on, actually though.
What are you actually?
Even though that's not what you said, I do want to confirm with everybody that Earl was up on all 3 cards when that fight was stopped.
Connecticut, new caller. Who this? Connecticut, new caller. Who this?
Who's this? It's me,
203. What's up? What's your name?
My name is Kev.
Cash?
Yo, honestly, Kev.
Oh, Kev.
You hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, Kevin. Yeah, nah. Honestly, back to that topic that guy had with his pound for pound. That man should never call again. That pound for pound list was ironic. Talking about Beterbiev don't deserve it. Beterbiev has proven. Look at his fight against Joe Smith. He did what he did to Joe Smith. How is Beterbiev not on there? And for him to still have Loma up there is bizarre, honestly. Like, we all seen it. Like, all the guys Loma did fight coming up, though, none of them were really top dogs, like, in my opinion. Like, when he beat Nicholas Walter, all them guys, they're all, to me, were all bums, to be honest.
I mean, bums is definitely the wrong word. Walters wasn't a bum. He was just very inactive. He had 11 months out the ring when Loma fought him.
All right.
But Walters was a puncher. Walters was a puncher.
No, he was a puncher. I'll give him that, like what he did to Donaire and stuff. But I still think he wasn't like, I don't know, like he would have never made it to that star status to ever be undisputed or any of that kind of stuff, in my opinion.
Walters?
Same thing with Roman Martinez.
Yeah, I could agree, I guess. Walters probably would have got, someone would have bumped him off before he got the undisputed, I think.
I just feel like if you look at what Loma accomplished, I don't take nothing away from him because he did it in a span, and I love him as a fighter because I box myself. But I just feel like look at what the other guys in the pound for pound have competed with, compared to what Loma has done. You feel me? I'm seeing level fighters like Canelo, like what he was saying about Canelo with the losses. to me, that's asinine for him to even think that Canelo, he got back-to-back losses. How? Like you said, he only lost, what, twice his whole career? And this is his first loss in, 7 years? So for him to, still have Loma in the pound for pound is crazy. I don't know. I don't see it. I think it's Bud. I think I'll put Bud number one. It's debatable. I think Canelo's still up there, but you definitely got to put Inoue up there. He had Inoue super low. I'm like, it's crazy how he had him that low. But I don't know. I feel like Beterbiev definitely deserves a spot up there, though. There's no way he don't. He knocked everybody out. You saw what he Joe Smith did with Beville, even though he got beat up in my eyes. But he still was tough. He toughed it out, But I don't think he's insane for saying Beterbiev don't deserve to win.
Kev, thanks for calling. And if you're on Blog Talk and you're like, man, it's taking forever to get to me, that's because you haven't pressed one. Press one time. That'll indicate to me and the engineers that you're ready to rock and roll.
Who we got, Austin?
We do have Why So Serious.
Why so serious?
How y'all doing today?
Good.
What up?
Yes, sir. Thanks for taking my call. And Ness and Danny, man, you guys do a fantastic job. So just thank you for always providing something to the boxing community. We really appreciate both you guys.
For sure, man. Appreciate you calling in. What you got for us?
Okay, so first I got pound for pound list. And mind you, I do think that we should create a TBV pound for pound criteria. And it could be on a voting system in regards to what meets the criteria. But I really do think we just need to have a criteria list for things. And that will help settle debate on who's on this list and not. But for me, I got Crawford, Usyk, Canelo, Inoue, Charlo, Haney, Stevenson, Earl, Tank, and A Beast or Artur Beterbiev. Somebody asked if the Earl versus Crawford was as big as De La Hoya and Trinidad. The answer is no. De La Hoya and him did 1.4 million pay-per-view buys, and that was dubbed as the fight of the millennium. We don't even know if Earl and Crawford would do 500,000 pay-per-view buys. So I know your favorite YouTuber keeps telling you this is the biggest fight since Floyd and Pacquiao, but it's not. And we don't know if it will even do 500 pay-per-views. So let's just let it play out before we start talking about how great and big this fight is. It's a legacy fight. That's all we know thus far. And I don't think Buster Douglas is on par with Haney or Kambosos. That was really crazy. Kambosos beat the man, and he went 12 rounds against another champion versus being knocked out in the second round. And the lead up to Devin was not the same the lead up to Tyson. He lost trainers. It was just totally different. So I don't even know why that was even a point of discussion. And when it comes to Earl, I just think people get it twisted. It's not pound for pound. It's not about talent. Talent wise, he's probably number one or two, but it's about everything. Have you moved up? Who you face? Accomplishments. And yes, he's supposed to fight Crawford, but until he does, how can you have him over a Shakur, a Devin, or Charlo who have done the things that Ness is saying that they've done? Take the biasness out and look at the criteria, and he doesn't meet the top five. He's just not top five. And like you said, Beterbiev deserves to be on the list as well. And that's my call.
All right. Appreciate it.
One thing I do want to point out, even though, like I said, I do believe that the Trinidad De La Hoya fight was bigger. Obviously, Ness, you pointed out, two countries, the Puerto Ricans and the Mexican behind them, obviously big countries in boxing. One thing I do want to point out that will play an effect and plays an effect today that wasn't the case back then was all the illegal streaming. You got to think about that. And that's, the legal streaming obviously plays a big part in these pay-per-view numbers because I feel that some of these numbers are lower, since people...
the legal streaming is also the earlier generation's fault. They put so many shitty pay-per-views on that people don't pay.
Did you guys, because I know this happened with UFC where boxing was we're going to crack down hard on the illegal streams. Because that happened with UFC and then literally the stream died. Literally ESPN dropped the ball.
Oh, wow. For what card? What card was that?
I want to say Conor Khabib, I want to say. I think I'll have to jog my memory.
Yeah, no, I mean, we have heard things about the illegal streaming, but definitely not as much cracking down. And I'm gonna be honest, man. I feel like there's nothing that they can do to stop it.
Oh, but so my point with that though is they were like, we're gonna stop streaming or stop illegal streams, but because ESPN dropped the stream, everybody just went right back to illegal streams, so it like hurt them even more.
So if ESPN dropped the stream, how would the illegal stream still have
it? Was like ESPN Plus as a service. Like the app was down.
Okay. Because I was gonna say, as I was saying that, I'm like, a lot of these illegal streams are like British streams,
right?
So like you'll have like the British commentary, you know, whatever. But who we got next? Who we got?
We do have New York Bullet.
New York Bullet, what up?
Yo,
what's
going on, Ness? Ringwalk Danny, how y'all doing?
Good, man. How are you?
Nah, I'm chilling, man. Driving through the Brooklyn streets right now. Traffic is crazy, but it is what it is. Yeah, I wanted to ask y'all, right? Because I'm not like the best mind for pound or whatever. I wanted to ask, what's a better accomplishment? Grabbing all 4 belts in one weight class, or moving up 4 weight classes, like doing 4 weight classes and winning a belt in each one?
I think it just really depends the weight classes you're in. I mean, obviously one could argue undisputed is the tougher task, but I think it would really just depend the weight classes.
But it's always going to be the tougher task, because not only do you have to try and get all the belts, you got to also deal with the politics of those belts, deal with the mandatories of those belts, pay the sanctioning fees for those belts.
I mean, ain't nobody saying you got to keep the belts. You just got to win them.
But in order to become undisputed, you do.
You got to keep
do.
Them? I mean, you got to pay the sanctioning fees, but you talking about defending the belts. Ain't nobody talking about that.
No, that's after. But a guy like George had to pay all 4 to get to Haney.
For sure. But what I'm saying is that it really does depend, right? Because somebody could become undisputed, but then, bro, if you like think about it, let's just say, hypothetically, just because you called in, okay, Haney, cool. Haney, let's say that Haney didn't fight George and he just has his WBC belt. Then he goes to fight for one at 140. Then he goes to fight Bud. Then he goes to fight somebody like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, that may be greater than becoming undisputed, depending who it's against and what weight class. Like, there's a lot of factors that would factor into that.
Makes sense. Now, yeah, I only ask because usually when I hear pound for pound, the first thing that comes to my mind is, how many weight classes has the fighter done, and did he beat like the names in that weight class? But I do understand that unifying the belts in one division is definitely not an easy task. So then we technically it would be subjective then, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I mean I believe so. Ness likes to disagree, but
I mean it's only subjective when you try to add in extra shit, bro. It's just accomplishments, man. Like, you don't get to the next grade unless you pass the test, man. Like, we trying to act like, oh, this guy could pass without finishing the exam. No, the exam has become undisputed.
I got you. All right, well, that makes sense. I don't think top 10, but my 5 would be Crawford, Canelo, Usyk, Inoue, and then Haney. As far as the other 5, I don't know. I'd have to go back and check, but that's my top 5. But yeah, I just wanted to know that basically what was like a better criterion in people's opinions.
Yeah, I mean
that's probably why everybody argues, right? Because some people would choose who did more weight classes, some people would choose who did unified or undisputed.
Yeah, and that's why it is subjective, and like I said, there'd just be so many factors.
It ain't about who did more weight classes, because again, there is an order to things. Yo, I can't believe that this shit happens every single show. So you got to become a prospect, right? You start off 0-0. You got to become a prospect. Then you become a contender. Then you become a champion. Your next step should be unified champion. Then undisputed, to finish off as the lineal true fucking champion. Why are we changing this shit?
I'm trying to understand. Fury is lineal without being undisputed.
Because he was the man that beat the man.
Right.
And how long was Vladimir Klitschko the man?
Very long time.
12 years.
But what I'm saying
12 years
okay.
he dominated the heavyweight division. So that is a different case. There's an asterisk there. You have to explain to the people why Fury could be considered lineal without undisputed.
Well, I mean, you're the one that was making the case. That's why I was like...
But you're bringing it up like, oh, well, he wasn't undisputed. Like, to be like, no, we know why. 12-year run. He brought heavyweight boxing back outside of Wilder. Remember, HBO cut Vlad off. They cut Vlad off. No deal with Vlad. They hated the Fury fight. They hated the Hay fight. He got no more HBO deals. If it wasn't for Wilder, it would have been a wrap.
So I have a question. So undisputed means unifying means you have all of the belts?
No.
That's undisputed.
Means you're coming together with another champion.
Okay. So like
undisputed means you got all the belts. That's
like
why there's no
PBC
dispute.
and WBA.
No, PBC is just like the
network. I mean,
okay.
Not even
a promoter, the management company.
They're like the UFC.
Okay, so WBA and
those are the
WBC.
Actual, those are the.
So if you get both of those, you're unified.
Yeah, if you get
then
two,
if you get all of them, you're undisputed. Okay.
If you get two or more, so like Devin is still a unified champion, but he's undisputed as well.
Well, I'm assuming to be undisputed, you have to be unified.
Right. But what I'm saying is, you can be unified with two belts. Who's the current 2-belt unified champion?
Shakur Stevenson.
Shakur Stevenson is a current 2-belt unified champion. Or you can be a 3-belt unified champion like Errol Spence is. Or, in the case of Devin, he is undisputed, has the belts at the lightweight division, all the belts. So yeah, that's how that works. Who we got though, Austin?
We got LV Slugger.
Thought we went to LV.
Nah, I think that was a super chat.
Okay.
Only time y'all see me in Rays is when I turn into the Bronze Bomber.
I want a body, and he gonna be the body.
The ambulance better be ready. The medical better be ready. The referee better be ready. They better have that towel to be able to throw it in.
SDS Promotions.
Was he right?
LV Slugger.
TBV.
What up?
What up? Yeah, man. This I believe this list just changed, man, as these fighters on these lists, get active. You know what I'm saying? So it's really about what you've done for me lately.
Exactly.
So like my super chat. I got Bud 1, Usyk 2, Canelo 3, EJ 4, Devin Haney 5, Jamel Charlo 6, Inoue 7, Shakur 8, Beterbiev 9, and Fulton. I would put Fulton at 10. I want to put Bivol on there, but it's just hard. Like, he got that huge win. He probably got the bigger win out of all these guys, but like you said before, he ain't never unified. He do got a nice resume, so.
Man, fuck all that, man. How do you have Earl above Haney, man? Give us your logic, man.
I already told you that. I already explained that before. He beat 3 champions. When he been did what Haney just went to another country and knocked the champion off. You know what I'm saying? Then he came back and did what he did to Porter and Ugas. That's pound for pound shit. He's knocking off champions. Ain't no one big win and then you.
So why you don't have Beterbiev at number 4 or 3 or 5? Why do you have Haney above Beterbiev, but you have Earl above Haney?
Isn't he undisputed? Isn't Haney undisputed?
So, but you don't have him above Earl.
I'm saying, hasn't Beterbiev been knocked down by lesser opposition? Touched the canvas by lesser opposition? EJ never hit the canvas before. This man been knocked down by.
So let me get this straight. Wait, let me get this straight. I just want the world to understand your logic. Earl is at number 4 above Haney because he beat champions back to back. Haney only beat one champion. Then Beterbiev, who beat and knocked out everybody, including champions current that actually had belts on, you're saying he's not ahead of Haney or Earl because he got dropped.
Yes.
Okay.
Knocked down on the canvas. Yes.
Okay.
By no non-champions.
Mm-hmm.
By non-champions.
Mm-hmm.
by niggas mandatories and shit like that. So I mean, I gotta take a little off what you done did off that. That's I gotta kind of take it. You know what I'm saying. But these other guys on the top 5 never touched the canvas. You know what I'm saying. I'm giving credit with that. If you can beat these champions and remain, remain boxing, you don't need to be knocked down.
So let me ask you something. You go with what your eyes see or what you were told?
What you mean by that?
What do you go off of? What your eyes see or what you were told?
I mean, I'm not sure what you're trying to say.
When you're ranking your fighters, are you going off of what your eyes see or what people, journalists, commentators tell you?
No, I don't go by nothing. I go by my list. It's my list. I go off what I see.
Off what you see, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure.
I don't really care what nobody else say. It's my pound for pound.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, like I said, this is where I stand with it. I don't see how you got Taylor, but he just went life and death with a nigga who was a man though.
Who?
But you still got Taylor in your top 10 pound for pound. Just went life and death with his man though.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. Like, come on, man. So, I mean, we can all pick and choose how we can discredit each other pound for pound. But like I said, I got mine's way as that.
I mean, Taylor, but listen to me. You listen to your logic, right? Taylor went life and death, so he doesn't belong to be on the list, even though he has 4 belts.
How he got 4 belts? He still got that ring?
What the fuck, man? Cut this guy off, man. How the fuck could you not have the ring? You vacated. Remember when Crawford vacated? Not the fight? Regis? Remember? He was still with the ring. What the fuck, bro? I mean, I'm telling you, they cheat for their favorite fighter. They cheat for their favorite fighter. One dude is unified and is number 4. The other dude ain't even on the list. Did we get the Kansas City Mad Bet 100?
Mad Bet.
Mad Bet 100. Unmute. Mad Bet. 1 time. 2 times. Moving to.
We got a couple super chats and that's really quick. Let me get to a Mad Bet 100 man in question. He says, okay, Arthur number 1, Usyk number 2, Spence number 3, Bud 4, Charlo 5. Doesn't matter where you fight, fans, coaches, and venue can't fight for you.
I mean, Arthur number 1 is insane.
Mad Bet 100 with another super chat saying, can both sides equals Ndango?
No. Ndango won the IBO and the WBA. And, the person he beat was Edward Tronowski. Not very many people know him. They didn't know him then. They don't know him now. The person Cambosos beat was Tio. It's totally different. But I know, since you want to help your favorite fighter, you got to make it somehow closer than what it really is.
Then we got Mad Bet 100 with a $5 super chat saying, thanking the boxing gods for ring walk. Ness preying on our boxing ignorance. Conveniently forget Tank and Spence accomplishments. Thanks, Danny.
It wasn't convenient. It's a mistake.
Yeah, my man's. He just, he
can't make a mistake. And
he owed us too, man.
The Tank thing is his own doing. Like, it's not my fault that they had 2 belts for 2 different divisions on the line, and I couldn't remember that. You know what I mean? It's not my fault. But what's true is he never unified. We got a new caller in Long Beach. Maybe LA or Long Beach. 562. Are you available? Going once. Going twice. 562.
Nothing.
And
Flag CT with a $5 super chat saying pound for pound should be categorized by weight class, then accomplishments. Pound for pound is a hamster wheel list. Let's not overlook the concept of weight classes.
Is CYP on the line? Counterpunch from Jonathan Sims for CYP.
CYP.
In the meantime, we got my Gene Bed with the $5 Cash App that says Adonis was also the favorite versus Vazdek.
CYP, what up? CYP? One time.
For your mind.
2 times.
3 times.
And 3rd time.
We about.
All right. We got Matt Ben 100 with another super chat saying, Better Beef #1, KO 100%. Hypothetically, he beats everybody in any weight class. Wakandan Tax Collector with a super chat saying, King Arthur, a.k.a. Better Beef, wants respect to this date. And then The Axiom with a $5 super chat saying, Danny, in the 90s, we cable hacked boxes. We didn't buy Trinidad versus De La Hoya.
Yeah, I had the black box.
No, bro, he's saying they hacked cable boxes.
Yeah, black box.
Oh, that's what it's called.
You take yours to the dude that does it, and he either gives you one that's already programmed or he programs yours. If you brought a box back in the day, it was always cheaper than obviously buying a box. But people would buy a box because you still had to have cable to get that signal, except when it went into the box, it did something to trick that signal into thinking you had all the channels. Supermax. Hello, my friend.
Yo, what up?
What's good?
Can you hear me?
Yep.
We hear you. We hear you.
So if I go ahead and charge me for a counterpunch. I got a few points to get.
I'm charging you right now, man. There's 3 calls already.
Go ahead, man. Just ignore him. Go
The problem
ahead.
with pound for pound is it is subjective, man. The origins of the pound for pound is a mythical list. It's a hypothetical. If fighter A and fighter B were in the same weight class, who would win? So it's always been subjective. That's always going to be an argument because everybody has their own opinion on it. Quite frankly, if we go back to the origins of who would win, Tyson Fury should be #1 on some people's pound for pound. But
I mean, no, because you talked about the origins. So if you're gonna talk about the origins never included heavyweight. So then Tyson Fury would not be on anybody's list.
Book him, Dano.
But go ahead, champ.
I mean, you got to point. That's true. And then there's you deflected.
Got him.
Subject that Danny brought up earlier, but you also forgot that Canelo became the lineal champion after beating Cotto, and that came from Cotto, then from Martinez. So that wasn't that long of a stretch. I mean, he was even introduced as lineal champion at the Liam Smith fight. So lineal's kind of a one of those. Boxing's got a lot of wishy-washy things. And thirdly, Danny, for you, Trinidad De La Hoya, you got to remember they did 1 million pay-per-view buys in a heavyweight dominated era at the end of the 90s. And they fought before they were 30. I think that's a thing that people tend to overlook. They were both in their 20s. So this would be as if Bud and Errol fought 4 or 5 years ago when they were both undefeated, both peaking. I think that has a big factor to do with why that fight was so successful. Regardless, we need that fight this year, man. We're starting to get a little antsy. We need something. We need some news. No news is good news, but it's getting late on us. But that's my call, champ. Yeah, pound for pound is subjective. Hell, it don't matter who's pound for pound, man. You could put Tank at pound for pound. I think he beats everybody if they were the same size. That's my call, though.
Yeah. Put Tank in there with Better Beef. See what happens, man.
Who we got next, man?
I'm not saying he don't win because he obviously probably the better boxer, right? But how's he going to react when he gets hit by someone that punches as hard as my man Better Beef? We just overlooking that.
We do have CYP available for that counterpunch.
CYP was good. It's like his fucking 5th call today.
Well, that one was from courtesy of Jonathan Sims. Shout out to Jonathan Sims using the Cash App $.
The Boxing Voice 1.
#1.
Yo.
Right there.
Yo, let me know if you hear me.
We hear you.
All right, listen, man. You rarely will find a pound for pound list where 2 guys are on the pound for pound list from the same division, unless that division is stacked up. That's why you see Errol Spence and Crawford on the same pound-for-pound list. You got guys arguing for Beterbiev and Bivol to be on the same pound-for-pound list when they ain't fight each other and their division ain't even stacked. See, some of y'all don't pay attention to how they do things. There's no way in hell Bivol or Beterbiev should be on a pound-for-pound list until they fight each other, and it's not their fault. It's because of their division. It's not their fault. It's because of their divisions. You can laugh all you want to, and that's fine.
CYP, let me ask you a question, man.
It's your list. Go ahead, man.
Can you just help me understand that last statement? Because you keep saying he doesn't belong because he's got to fight Bivol, but he fought 2 current champions, just like Earl.
Mm-hmm.
He did the same thing Earl did.
The difference is the guys there are 4 belts in every single division.
Yes.
But there are not 4 very good boxers in every single division. That's the difference.
So
Earl spent
are you saying that Vazdek wasn't good?
No, he's not a very good boxer. There's difference.
Are you saying that you don't think Vazdek and Kelbrook were equal?
Hell no.
Okay.
Kelbrook is way better than Vazdek.
Okay, and now are you also saying that Ugas is way better than Joe Smith?
Yes, 100%.
Okay.
Yes.
I just want to know your logic. I'm just trying to figure it out.
Listen to me. I'm telling you, whichever one of them dudes beat each other, you ain't gonna hear no argument from me. But I'm fair like that. I'm very fair.
So who you taking out?
If the winner, if one of them fight each other.
Yeah, and obviously CYP. Obviously, there's going to be a ton of fights.
So let me get this straight. I just want to know why. I just want to know why.
Out of here.
Okay, I just want to know why Joe Smith isn't better than Ugas, who have 4 losses and biggest win is obviously someone who is a legend, but based off our time on this show, and by our I mean you and me, you have made it in our community where 34 is old and 40 is way beyond old. So how are you giving Earl credit? What?
Listen to me. I didn't make that up.
I'll remind you. Remember,
oh my God,
you've called in. I mean, just let me remind you. Why are you getting frustrated? You're getting all this free time. What's wrong? I'm not even yelling. Like, what's wrong?
Man,
don't get nervous. Don't get nervous.
Go ahead.
I'll remind you that every time we talk about Canelo, you make it your thing to super chat in and tell us the people that he fought and the ages that he fought them. Okay? Right. So now keep that same energy with Ugas beating Pacquiao.
Negative.
Oh, of course not. Of course not.
Cannot do so.
No, you're a cheater. You're a cheater.
No. The average age for a very good boxer to retire is age 34. That has nothing to do with me. Nothing to do with me. That's just factual. Mm-hmm. So if you fight a dude at that age, that's usually the age where he starts to slip. Usually where they retire. That's just where I'm at. It has nothing to do with me. Nothing to do. Pacquiao do like Bernard Hopkins. These are different dudes, and we know this. Let's stop playing games. If we're going to think that 51-year-old Bernard Hopkins is just as good as 41-year-old Pacquiao, okay, I will give you that. I think so. I don't think Bernard Hopkins is greater than Pacquiao, period, let alone at 51 to 41. So I'm going to give – and Ugas had a close fight with Sean Porter, and some people think he won. So, and remember, Joe Smith now has 4 losses himself. And one of the losses are to a dude we've never, ever heard of. So, again, audience, why don't you ask him that? What's a better win? Is it Pacquiao or is it Bernard Hopkins? Just ask him.
All right. I just wanted to prove that, you changed the goalposts. When we're shitting on Canelo, when we're shitting on Canelo, you say 34 is too old, and most of his big wins came to guys that he beat that were 34 or older. Now, that changes when it's a person that Earl beat, which you're conveniently forgetting. I'm not saying you're intentionally forgetting like people are accusing me when I forget something. I'm saying you're forgetting that he also beat that same older man Pacquiao off of a 2-year layoff. But that's okay. I just want the world to hear what you believe so they can understand you. 718, new caller, trying you for the 3rd time. All right. Anybody on Discord?
Yes, we got Bougie from Broward.
Bougie in Broward. What up?
I said that. Where the ace at? Where the ace at?
Broward, bro. Don't say Miami. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, this your time. Yeah. Like Miami, right.
And he was like, yo, he was like, he just watched him fight. He was like, who the fuck is this guy? Boots is. Boots is the real deal. I said, bro, I've been telling you about it.
Now I'm bigger, I'm stronger, I'm better. Now you fighting the right Shakur.
Boy called me, and I'm not gonna say the timing.
It's your boy Boo G from Broward to motherfucking Vegas. What it is, family?
What up?
What's good?
Can't call it. Yo, these
Yo, why the chat keep saying you from Miami, bro?
I don't know how the fuck they keep saying I'm from Broward County, Florida. I ain't from Miami, bro. It's totally different. We two different spots, baby. That's like Jersey and New York. When I be telling people, oh, you from New York? No, I'm from Jersey. Nah, nigga, I'm from Broward. I ain't from no damn Miami, bro. Broward County, 954. For sure.
For sure.
What's
Now,
wrong
check
with
it out.
Miami?
Ain't nothing wrong with Miami. We just Broward County. We winning. We always winning. Forever winning. Football, basketball, boxing, anything. Females, everything. We winning. Way better than Miami. Miami just big and overrated. If you really want to have a good time and turn up and get lit and have the best of everything, you bring your ass down here to Broward County, Florida.
What you got for us though, champ?
I could definitely tell a lot of these callers haven't been in the ring at all, let alone, I guess, know a little bit about boxing, because you can't discredit. I have my pound for pound list. You can't discredit a champion by having a belt. A champion, they earned their way by being a champion. Now they could prove themselves they're a champion not by defending it. So a lot of these callers, they trying to take credit away from Beterbiev because he so-called got knocked down by a mandatory opponent. But look what he done to all the champions with the belt. He knocked their ass out, finished their ass. So that, let alone, that should tell you anything about that. And then when he did get knocked down by the mandatory, what he did, he got right back up and he stopped that motherfucker. If not the same round, the next round, one of them. But that just lets you know what type of person he is. Now, as far as my list, a lot of people they doing it as a popularity thing, contest. I'm a big Tank fan, and I don't even got Tank in my top 10. But here go my list right here. I have Crawford as 1, Usyk number 2, Haney number 3, Canelo number 4, Beterbiev at Ingwa at 6, Jamel at 7, Shakur at 8, Spence at 9, Fulton at 10. And the reason that I have my list that way is what you've done in the sport as far as chasing belts, how you finish your opponent, especially in the championship fights, and what adversity you have faced in the process of your career. I put Haney in the top 3 because what he have done, what he had to face going to a different country, not having his dad and picking that stupid contract. I got Usyk at number 2 because what Ness said before, he got the Muhammad Ali trophy. I have Canelo at number 4.
Well, he got the Muhammad Ali trophy, undisputed, and Ring Magazine.
Correct.
Plus he's unified at heavyweight.
Correct. And he undisputed at cruiserweight. Correct. So you got to give credit where credit due. Canelo, he still got a little buzz. He still got a name in this game right here. You can't forget that he was striving for greatness. So you can't discredit that as well. So that's just my list. Y'all wake up, man. Y'all like y'all know boxing. Please.
All right. Well, thank you for calling in. Danny, where we at on the super chats? You got the Ron Boy fresh?
Man, we got a lot of super chats to get to. I do have them pulled up. 1 second right here, Ness. We left off with Round Boy Fresh, $5 super chat saying, where is Earl? Lineal ? I swear y'all jokers need to stop with this Spence top 5 pound for pound talk, Slim. Candy Slim with a $2 super chat saying, LV Slugger with the KO. Smith Jr. was a paper champ.
Paper champ. See what I said? Because he won that vacant versus Vlaskov or something. You see what I'm saying?
The Axiom with a $2 super chat saying Taylor has a better resume than Earl. Boston Gerard with a $5 super chat saying a lot of callers got popularity contest lists, arbitrarily adding and subtracting criteria to put the favorite fighter on the list.
Thank you.
Abdul Wakil with a $3 super chat saying anyone with Canelo on their list is a joke.
Well, every single person that called had Canelo at number 3 so far, so you're the joke.
Stick Talk Boxing with a $5 super chat saying counterpunch for LV.
LV Slugger.
And then BX the Don in the meantime with their $5 super chat saying belt don't make the man, man makes the belt.
That's why Haney's the man, because y'all thought he was an email champ and he turned into the undisputed champ.
And then
is LV Slugger there?
I sent the invite.
Ken Stone with a $5 super chat saying champ need to drop all the belts besides the ring belt and their first belt they won in that division. You're the lineal at that point and beyond belts.
Nah, I agree with that, but that's the thing. They got to take a stance. If every fighter came together, they won't have all these damn sanctioning bodies.
Jesse Rivera with a $10 super chat. Appreciate that, champ. He says, Jesus Panterita Martinez, 14-time national champion, being managed by Joe Calzaghe and Darren Barker, fighting on Bam's undercard. Be on the lookout.
Yo, is that American money or UK money? Because I'm getting so many UK dudes because of his alliance with Darren Barker. So many UK dudes. Oh, you got to watch out for Panterita. It's funny how, you know, if you sign to the right person, a whole nother country backs you.
Yeah, wasn't that the same guy UK Rob was telling us about? Well, this guy is
He's trained by Robert, no?
This
Garcia.
guy, yes. This guy, his name is Jesse Rivera. So I don't think he's a UK guy.
No, but the money.
Oh, no. It's USD.
Okay.
Candy Slim 501 with a $2 super chat saying fact check. B-Hop was off 2 years before Smith fight.
So again, they're trying to say that Smith is no good, right?
Well, you had said he fought that Pacquiao was coming off the layoff and B-Hop wasn't.
But I never said that B-Hop. Whoa! I never said B-Hop was not coming off a layoff, and I never said B-Hop was Joe Smith's greatest win.
Nah, I don't think you said he was his greatest win.
I never even brought up B-Hop. CYP brought up B-Hop's name. I never said B-Hop.
Rod 870 with a $2 super chat saying TCESIN Nello. Oh, Terence Crawford, Errol Spence, NOA, maybe, and then Nello, Mel, Bivol, Devin Haney, Shakur, Beterbiev, Tank, pound for pound. Okay. Boston Gerard with a $5 super chat saying Inoue is a 3-division champ. How many 3-division champs are there in boxing who aren't in the top 5 pound for pound? He should be on everyone's list.
He is on mine. He ain't in the top 5.
But who you got, Austin?
We do have LV Slugger in the queue for his counterpunch.
LV, what up?
Courtesy of... Who was that from?
That was courtesy Stick Talk Boxing.
Only John, y'all see me? LV,
what up, man?
LV. He left.
All right, we do have more super chats to get to. Cannabis Cove with a $5 super chat saying, Ness, your callers are straight nut huggers. I'm sorry. Wow, the double standards are insane. Anything for their favorite fighters. Sad.
Yeah.
Rod in the 870 with a $2 super chat saying, Usyk would be on my pound for pound, but don't put heavyweights on my list.
Well, Usyk is the exception because he started at cruiserweight, so you have to. He's the definition of pound for pound. He undisputed a division and moved up to the next one and unified it. That's why he's number 2. He has a case to be number 1 because Bud is undisputed and 2-time champ. I mean, total 3-time. Obviously, 3 division is what I meant. But Usyk is undisputed, 2-time unified, 2-time. Oh, he don't have the ring. Tyson got the ring. So he's still 2-time unified, 2-time and 1-time undisputed, 2-time champ.
Yep. LV.
What up, man?
What's good?
Salute TikTok. Appreciate that. But I really ain't got much to say. Everybody who I got in front of Beterbiev never touched the canvas. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, I gotta take a knockoff a little for that. You know what I'm saying? To his credit, he was able to get through, get the knockout, 100% KO percentage, but these other guys never touched the canvas. So
meanwhile, this is the same dude that said Wilder's legendary for his KO percentage. You're so biased, man. You're so biased, man. It's evident. It's evident. Bruh, because Beterbiev is actually beating champions and knocking them out, and Wilder was not knocking out champions, and you still had him as the greatest heavyweight of all time. You literally created a hashtag call, and what you called it? Two-time. And your reason was what? He'll be the greatest. I mean, come on, bro. I remember you. I know all your super chats. Like,
but it's not about Wilder.
No, I know. But your reasonings are the same, but now you're choosing to leave those out.
Bougie with the counterpunch.
Nah, let him go. Let him go. I took his time, but I'm just saying his reasonings and his super chats were always Wilder's power. No one.
Beterbiev is in my top 10. And like I said, the dudes I got before him never touched the canvas.
Okay.
There was no bias.
Wilder touched the canvas, I want you to know, before he even fought Fury.
On my pound for pound.
I want you to know that. Before Wilder fought Fury, he touched the canvas. You didn't have none of this energy before.
I'm saying he'll be the definition of pound for pound.
You didn't have any of this energy before when Wilder touched the canvas.
50 pounds, that's 7 weight classes to beat him.
Mm-hmm.
So,
all right, man. All right. Gotta go. See you later.
Hey, Crown.
Nah. Reread that super chat.
Rod in the 870?
The dude saying that these guys are biased with their lists. Okay, Cannabis Cove. Ness, your callers are straight nut huggers. I'm sorry. Wow, the double standards are insane. Anything for their favorite fighters. Sad. This is the definition of LV Slugger. When Wilder was knocking out, he's the greatest heavyweight of all time because he knocks out everybody. He's perfect. He's got a perfect record. Now someone is actually knocking out champions. We're going to discredit him because he got knocked down. Meanwhile, Wilder has an early knockdown in his career, plus been knocked down 4 times by Fury. Just saying.
We have Bougie with his counterpunch.
Go ahead. These fucking dudes, the double standards is ironic, bro. They just like lie for the favorite fighter. Bougie. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel and help us get to our goal of 150,000 subscribers.
In the meantime, ACrown79 with a $5 super chat saying, good morning, TBV.
Buenos dias.
Appreciate it. Good morning. Buenos dias, champ. Boozy, what up? Nothing. Who we got, Austin?
Up next, we got A-Side Stainless.
A-Side and Young Jeezy. What up, A-Side Stainless?
I said that, where the A-side? Where the A-side?
Red belt, black belt, WBO and green.
I'm king.
Undisputed GOAT, TBE. And you can catch the news first on TBV. Voice of the people now let me speak. Scientists of the sweet, BOXING.
Yo, TBV, give me just 1 second, man. I need to cut off this Bluetooth. It's my face. Y'all can hear me?
Yep.
Cool. First off, man, I'm tired of your ass doing these fucking unnecessary pound for pound lists every week. It is something that's more of a what have you done for me lately. Maybe we should take it back to every quarter. That being said, I'm finna give y'all the pound for pound list. And if your pound for pound list is not the same, then you really do not know boxing. All right. My top 5 is die-line, and die-line. Please stop making up these imaginary lists that don't matter. We on here fighting and arguing and going to bat and for some shit that don't even matter, man. These cats is out there getting belts. You know what I'm saying? We more worried about what they could do if they was at another weight class. Like I'm joking a little, but seriously, maybe it's something we should save for each quarter because we're seeing great fights now with the lacks that we had 2020 and 2021. So we're getting a lot of undisputed fights. We're getting a lot of unified fights. We're getting a lot of people that we never thought we'd see fighting each other. So maybe we should hold off on it instead of every week. Cause
I think we're just doing it. We're just doing it after fights that may affect the pound for pound list.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? Like this weekend, for example.
But this is the bias. He doesn't even know. Subconsciously, he doesn't even know that he's biased. When Earl wins the belt, let's fucking throw a parade. Beterbiev has the same amount of belts, beat the same amount of champions. Hey, man, you guys are overdoing it on a pound for pound list.
No, sir. No, sir. 'Cause
Sure.
if you check me back then, I'm still saying the same thing. What's the point of these pound for pound lists? I agree with you. They subjective. You know what I'm saying? You can make whoever you want the top guy. That's why my top 5 is Dylan, and Dylan. Because we sitting there arguing and debating. You know,
Nobody knows who's Dylan, by the way.
you know what I'm saying, of whether or not Beterbiev's unification is as big as Errol Spence because he's been knocked down a few times. Like, if we got to go down to those minute things in order to decide who's better, then is it really worth us doing? You know what I'm saying? That's just my personal opinion, but I've been on
Well, that's the thing. If we just stuck to the rules that boxing had in place for us, we wouldn't sound like idiots, right? Because the truth is, pound for pound is supposed to be what does fighter A do if he had no weight restriction. So now we're literally talking about a dude that in his weight class has knocked out everyone, a dude with a perfect KO ratio. Somehow he's not even top 10. Somehow he's not even top 10 in half of these callers' lists, but he's the one that can actually fit the criteria because he has the undefeated record. He has the 100% knockout ratio. So it is intriguing. What would that man do in other divisions?
I mean, I'm a fan of Tito Trinidad, and he got knocked down all the time and get back up and beat the guy. So
notorious for doing that.
It ain't whether or not you got knocked down, is whether or not you won. So
no, I'm telling you, we got to defend our favorite fighter. We got to defend our favorite fighter. Tito Trinidad is not a Hall of Famer. He doesn't belong in a Hall of Fame. He's not legendary because he got dropped, and he got dropped multiple times. So he's no good. He's just not good enough. Earl is better than him because he never got dropped. And by the way, he beat champions.
But you know me, man. As I always say, please make sure you push that thumbs up. Share this in every episode of the Boxing Voice podcast. This is TBV for life. And if you ain't on Patreon, it's because you're stupid.
Stainless.
What up, though?
Hey, before you go, like I was saying, I think we've been doing these shows because of the fights that have been happening. But if you go look at most of our pound for pound list, and then you go look at even like I have an honorable mention, bro. The only fighter with the fight scheduled is Akhmadaliev, and that's this weekend. And he's defending against Ronnie Rios. So we probably won't have like pound for pound show worthy till like August after Usyk fights, because it's like, we have been doing them a lot, but think about it. Everybody has been fighting recently. Canelo just fought, Mel just fought, Spence just fought, Cord just fought, Inoue just fought, Haney just fought, Tank just fought, Beterbiev just fought. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody on the list.
So it's like,
yeah, I completely understand, but like I say, it's subjective. So
yeah, but
the debate is like the debate.
Is only subjective. Is only subjective when your backcall friends make up criteria as this. Well, he got knocked down, so we got to drop him.
Yeah, no, but to be fair, Ness, you gotta. It's always gonna be subjective, and as you.
It's
about,
not.
Listen,
only
bro,
weirdos call in to make up these weird fucking rules.
No, I've told you, and I've given you examples, bro. There's scenarios where, somebody could make a clear argument for a guy being in front of another guy. What I'm saying is you yourself can't get mad because we don't have a fucking list.
We do have a list.
Show me the list.
You have it on your computer. I'd ask you to text me my list.
No, yeah. You got your pound for pound.
Yeah.
Where's your criteria at?
I don't have that.
Exactly.
All right, but we got a list. And I'm smarter than most because I had Beterbiev before he fucking won. Bottom line.
Okay, but
dudes is just catching up to me since Saturday.
What I'm saying,
fuck out of here.
What I'm saying is that a lot of people may have not had Beterbiev on there
because they're cheating.
Listen,
if you use the same criteria you used to rank Earl, you been had Beterbiev on the list. You been had Shakur on the list. Come on.
Listen, but at the end of the day, you don't have shit to prove why you got your list the way you do. Me and you don't have the same list, but I'm saying I can't be like, no, Ness, you fucking wrong, because it's like
if I'm using a retarded criteria, yes, you can.
But the thing
is, it's your job as my friend to give me a pickup.
Yeah, but you're not showing me no criteria, so that's what I'm saying. When you saying it's not subjective,
because I've said it over and over. You want me to write it down? You want me to write it down? You got the list. Write it down.
It doesn't matter. Not everybody can come when we doing the shit live, so they may have seen it. Boom.
So write it down. You know what it means for me. Accolades.
No, we gonna.
How many belts did you win?
We gonna do this at the end of the.
How many?
We gonna do this
how many
after the
titles
show,
did you unify?
We gonna upload.
How many ring belts do you have?
We gonna do this after the show.
How many champions
and we
did you
upload
beat?
It. That way you can physically
You know what I mean?
show something. What we have. This is what we going based off of. Because,
I'm not making anything up.
No, I'm not saying that
asking
you are.
for regular shit.
I'm not saying that you are. But at the end of the day, the shit's not there. You get what I'm saying? So, regardless of what you say, it's the perception. It's the perception. Oh, Ness don't even have legit criteria. It ain't posted nowhere.
I mean, they hear my criteria. I do these shows often enough. It's who you beat.
We gonna get it posted.
What belts?
We gonna
yeah, we right.
We gonna get it posted.
We have Bougie with his counterpunch.
Let's go.
Bougie.
Hello?
What up? What up?
Hey, I had got a phone call, so I don't know if y'all finished hearing my list or whatever.
We heard it.
Oh, okay. But nah, yo, I definitely agree. We gotta definitely come with a criteria as far as like at least put it on the screen or something, because this is
we will. But and I just been telling us, you get what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, you can't really get mad at some of these people, because it's like, bro, at the end of the day,
some of them dumbing in a box of rocks, Danny. Some of them just plain dumbing in a box of rocks, bro, and it's fucking sad.
I ain't never had a box of rocks, so I won't know. But what I'm saying is, at the end of the day,
them bitches dumb.
No, look, what I'm saying is, these callers call in. Ness is asking them for their criteria. Bro, we got to be fair and have our shit right there so people can see before they call in. Because if they see, what if somebody ain't hitting Ness criteria, but they able to see it? Boom, okay, this is what he going off of. Okay, cool, I get it. Actually, I ain't never thought of that before. Ness makes a great point. I see where he's coming from. He's right. Or maybe somebody has a legitimate counter argument, but what I'm saying is, we got to be fair and we got to have that list posted. That's all.
Right.
That's
And
all.
look, and I remember last night, I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna put Beterbiev in my top 10. I said I gotta wait till today to see what's going on. Y'all two put it. Y'all don't gave me Beterbiev resume and what he done, what he accomplished. By any means, bro. If you're a boxing fan, if you know boxing, if you've been in the ring, fighting and everything, you gotta respect that man's resume and how he fucking doing it, bro. You have to respect it. And he just at light heavyweight. So imagine what he gonna do at cruiserweight or heavyweight, bro. This is just the fucking beginning, bro. So you gotta respect it. I got Fulton on the bottom because he's making a name for himself. Even the Japanese guy, Igawa, I didn't really have him in my list, but it's how he dominating his fighters. Even his last opponent was kind of old or whatever, but I still think with that Fulton, if he fight Fulton next, it's gonna be really, 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 really tough for him. But yeah, we gotta get that criteria out there, fellas. We have to, because this is ridiculous.
We will.
Ridiculous. Thank you.
Appreciate it, Boozy. London Runs Boxing with a super chat saying, like Haney said, these lists are opinionated, and most of these callers' opinions are trash. Ron Boy Fresh with a $5 super chat saying Usyk, Inoue, Cinnamon, Bud, Mel, Core, Haney, Beterbiev, Taylor, Earl, in that order. And then he put Bivol, Estrada, Fulton, Triple G, Ioka, honorary mention. Rye with a $5 super chat saying, we don't need TBV criteria because it would simply validate Ness list and void everyone else's. The reason that would not be the case is because, like I just got done saying, Ness and I, we don't have the same list. So obviously there's things I value more than Ness may value them. And at the end of the day, we are the voice of the people. So it wouldn't be just us coming up with the criteria. We obviously, Ness individually, we're gonna sit down. We're gonna, okay, this what I got. This what you got. Now we got to see the consensus on the people. Cool. Are we missing something? Are we putting too much into something? So it won't be validating us. It'll be what it should be.
Who's next?
Who we got?
We got Jay Benitez.
What up, James?
Listos pay los chingazos. Listos pay los chingazos.
And it's not going the distance. Either he'll wave the white flag or I'll wave it for him.
TheBoxingVoice.com.
A lot of you live believable lives.
It's easy to sit in those seats. It ain't easy to stand up here. Remember that.
Matter of fact, when I smacked his brother in this gym right here, he didn't do anything. All he did was stand there like a big fat pussy.
In your mind, how does that fight go?
With me getting my hand raised.
SDS Promotions.
Yo, Ness, Danny, you hear me?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. All right, so I'm just gonna go straight to it. Hey, my list, I got Usyk number 1, Inoue number 2, Canelo number 3, Charlo number 4, Bud number 5.
Austin,
Beterbiev number.
Check that incoming call from Discord.
Beterbiev number 6, Spence number 7, Haney number 8, Shakur number 9, and Fulton number 10. Reason why
Go ahead.
I got Fulton number 10. You know, I think if he does get that Nui fight, he's definitely going to jump up with the rankings, megafold, you know, probably into the top 5 or whatnot. Taylor, he's an honorable mention. Also, some of these people, they really tripping. I like the fact that how you brought up that, hey, with Wilder, how he got knocked down and everything, but some people still had him in the pound for pound and everything, how they trying to use that as a fake criteria. That's bullshit. Bud, I can't have Bud number 1 and everything. You know, he has really like a questionable British resume and everything for that he.
He said questionable British resume? What the hell? Austin, can you share the link? Actually, I guess I got to do it backwards, right?
In the meantime,
Frank Staya's on there. If you could just send him the Discord link. He was trying to call me directly.
On where? Because we don't have the same Discord. We're not logged in on the same account.
What do you mean?
I'm on the Sticky Paws account. You're on the Boxing Voice account.
Oh, so when you see mine, you're just a moderator.
Right.
Ah. All right.
We got Chromebook name with a $2 super chat saying Bud Usyk, Inoue, Canelo, Spence, Beterbiev, Haney. And then the Axiom with a $5 super chat saying, wouldn't Triple G have an argument being top 10 if he redeemed himself twice, unified, and he never been dropped yet? Yeah, I mean, I got Triple G right outside of my top 10. He's definitely
Frank keeps calling me. He's got to call them. I mean,
But in the meantime, who we got next, Austin, while we get that
We
situated?
do have Majid.
Majid, what up? Majid?
Just text him.
Majid, nope. Anybody else?
We have A-Side Stainless again. Not sure if
is he a boom?
He's a boomerang.
Okay, so we'll go to
Stainless.
Yo, give me 1 second again. I'm on my. Yeah, I actually sent a counterpunch. You'll see it in your Boxing Voice cash app. And I might go over it, so either use my boomerang or charge me for another counterpunch. I don't care. 2 things. One, I have started on that mixtape. If you rap, you MC, you think you're MC, and please get at me. I got beats, I got songs. Probably got 4 done already. Some that I just sent off the info. I mean, JP. I heard that David Maldonado was a good rapper too. I need a Hispanic or a Latino rapper that's involved with the show. It's the concept I got for a song, and I would prefer to have somebody that can rap, rap in English and Spanish, maybe even a little reggaeton in there. So please get at me. Also, if you interested in doing the boxing bars battle, please get at me or Sonny Woods, because I want to get that popping too. That really helps for the creative side. On the second side, though, back to my original conversation. The only reason with the show, the only reason I'm saying maybe every quarter instead of after every other fight is because you end up with like the JPs of the world. You remember when what's his name, Fondura beat Lubin? All of a sudden in JP mind, Fondura was the greatest at 154. Charlo couldn't do nothing with him. 2-3 weeks later, Charlo became undisputed. You know what I'm saying? And it was, I don't know what Charlo can, like. That's why I said we got to get us stuff time to marinate. You know what I'm saying? Let them other fights happen. Every 3 quarters, that's or every quarter, that's every 3 months. In the last 3 months, we've had Spence Ugas, we've had Canelo Bivol, we've had the Charlo fight. Man, we just saw the Beterbiev and Smith. We've had enough fights to the point where in 3 months' time, you know what I'm saying? Once we factor all that in, then we can come up with an actual pound for pound list. That's just my opinion, but everybody got one. Now, as I always say, please make sure you push that thumbs up, Share this in every episode of the Boxing Voice podcast, because this is TBV for life. If you ain't on Patreon, it's because you stupid. Shout out Del Camino. Peace.
Peace.
Is that everyone?
We do have Majid back.
Majid, damn, we got a lot of callers on Blog Talk.
All right. Majid, what up?
Majid, what up? Going once, twice.
And then James Benitez with a counterpunch. James Benitez.
Yep.
Yeah, I just wanted to get this off real quick. Hey, what would you rank Beterbiev as pound for pound punchers, man, of this era, man? You know, I asked that at the end of the show last night and everything, but would you have number one for this era?
I mean, I guess he's in the lead. He's got 100% KO ratio. I don't know if anyone else has done that. Not even Inoue, who they call a monster. And this is what I'm saying. This is the unfair treatment I'm talking about that I like to bring up. It's like Inoue is this god because he's a puncher, but he ain't knock out everybody. But Beterbiev is not a god, and he knocked out everybody. I just don't get the way that people, do these things. But I'm trying 562 again because you're a first-time caller. 562.
Got on mute.
What up? No 562. All right. Looks like we're going to the 919, and that is...
Who is that?
That is Jaime from North Carolina.
Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
Real quick, I think Ness is right about the Inoue Beterbiev comparisons. I think Top Rank ain't promoting that guy right. Mainly because if you see that, you know how Khabib is managed by the UFC, did a hell of a job promoting him, and I feel like he's kind of comparable to Khabib in boxing. So, I feel like that's a market they need to tap into.
He reminds me of Khabib.
Yeah, I think they're from the same area too. And real quick, my list.
I didn't know Russia and Japan was the same thing. In no way.
I meant
he was talking about Beterbiev.
Beterbiev.
Oh, I thought this whole time. Why it sound like you said Inoue?
He said he thinks my comparison of Inoue and Beterbiev is right, meaning people dick ride Inoue and he's this monster, but Beterbiev is no one. He's a bum because he got dropped.
Yeah, I think that just goes. Back to Top Rank not really highlighting their guys the way they could be. But
I don't know. I think I actually disagree with Inoue specifically. Or so are you saying that they're not promoting Inoue or they're not promoting Beterbiev?
Beterbiev enough.
Beterbiev.
Okay.
It's simple. One dude's a monster, the other dude's nobody.
Okay.
Yeah. I say that because Beterbiev, I feel like he could be marketed a little better.
As the boogeyman, maybe?
Compared to Khabib. Yeah, or like even to the Muslim world, shit, I didn't even know he was Muslim till like I saw the blood, sweat, and tears. And
well, I mean, he actually prays every time after the fight.
Yo, but here's a difference. Here's a difference with a big difference between Khabib and
followers.
Bro, it's just the fact that like he beat the biggest attraction that there is in the fucking sport. Like he beat Conor.
True.
And obviously there was a lot of build up leading up to that fight. And not just Conor, the way he's beaten, just like Beterbiev, but Conor was the biggest fucking star that the UFC has. Like, it's not like he beat Floyd. You get what I'm saying?
No, but also Conor helped because he like chased them and broke the tour bus, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The lead up to that, was the whole tour bus shit. And then after the fight is when Khabib jumped over the octagon and jumped into the crowd, to go after Dylan Dennis, if I remember correctly. So, there was a lot more that sold and than just the individual and their skills, in the octagon or the ring, respectively. There was so much more to it than just their skills. I do think that maybe getting Beterbiev a fight in the Middle East, like they have done with Habib, you know, in areas that are more Muslim prominent, might help, because they did do that with Habib. I know he fought in Abu Dhabi, you know, and this was pre-pandemic, so they were really pushing that.
Harlem World.
Damn, I kind of took his call, Ness. You should have let him go on for a little bit. But Harlem World, what up?
Yo. Hey, now, you know what? Instead of giving my top 5 pound for pound, I'm going to give why my number 1 is my number 1. So my number 1 is Usyk. And you got the undisputed in cruiserweight. He moves up in weight and fights at heavyweight and gets 3 of the belts. And the opinionated part about everybody's pound for pound is probably like skill set. People think Loma is still pound for pound because of the skill set. So Usyk also has the skill set to, you know, he can rumble with some people. And that's pretty much it. But I think it's that opinionated part of the skill set is where people pound for pound part get all messed up, you know?
Yeah, that's because their favorite fighter hasn't accomplished, so they got to go to skill. If your favorite fighter was as skilled as you say, he would have accomplished something.
Yeah. But I think it's that opinionated part with the skill set. So I can see why somebody think Loma is, but he did all of that other stuff in the past, you know?
Yep. And I'm definitely of the mindset of what have you done for me lately? And lately he's just been beating dudes that already lost. Like Comey and Nakatani have already lost. They wasn't coming off any great wins. Maybe Comey came off a good knockout. What you say?
People ain't updating their list neither. That's really the damn problem.
Yeah.
See, like for me, just because you brought up Loma, Ness, like for me, and this is why we're going to get this criteria posted before we do the next pound for pound show, whenever that may be. But I don't have you coming. If you coming off,
what you mean? We got to do the next one like Monday after Ryan fights.
Bro, if you do a pound for pound show because of Ryan, I will not be a part of it. I will duck that work, bro. What is wrong with you? Smack the shit out you.
Bro, he on 35, and like that's the hottest division. It's the most lit division. He gonna move the needle and change the landscape if he gets a win. You know, they'll be putting him at like top 3 in that division.
Yeah, after he beats fucking Fortuna that Linares beat. I hear you.
Yeah, but it's about how he beats him. What if he goes in there and blanks him?
Don't matter.
New caller, Memphis. Excuse me, Mississippi? Tennessee? We hear you.
Shout out to Boxing Boys, man. I just started listening to y'all probably like a month ago. Love y'all content. I just wanted to say, man, I heard y'all was doing like a road trip and y'all looking for interns and stuff, man. I'm obsessed with boxing, so I would love an opportunity to be like, you know, just interview new fighters and everything. You know,
what's your name?
What y'all do right now. I'm Jamal Venable. I'm from Memphis, man. Shout out South Memphis. I love listening to y'all.
Thank you. Jamal, hit us up on Instagram so we could set up a call.
Okay. And on top of the pound for pound discussions and everything like that, man, I do think majority of it is opinionated just because, like you've been saying, there's people trying to squeeze their favorite fighters on it. So, you know, I understand that. But I just give my top 5. Top 5, no specific order. Usyk. I'm going to go Bud. I'm going to go Jamel, Haney, and then I'm going to go Shakur for number 5. And then the rest of them is just, you know, it's a toss-up for me. So.
Well, all right, champ. We're going out to the Bush Doctor. What up?
What up?
What's good?
I just want to say something. And the reason that no matter what Ryan does against Fortuna, why we will not do a pound for pound show that Monday is because regardless of what he does, my man's didn't even throw a jab against To Go. And if you can't throw a jab,
but what if he comes into this fight and shows you levels, bro? That's the whole point. It's a per fight basis.
Because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, right? It's what have you done for me lately? And like I said, no matter what he does against Fortuna, like there's nothing in
What
this,
if he beats him better than anybody ever
it doesn't.
has?
There's nothing on this earth that he can do against Fortuna that will warrant a discussion for possibly being top 10.
I don't know if
pound.
that's true. And I'm not being devil's advocate here, but if you get like a first round,
I don't give
round,
a fuck what you do. First of all, I don't care what you do.
Okay.
If you ain't first of all, if you ain't an active champion, you're not even in my consideration. You get what I'm saying? Let alone you're not even fighting an active champion. Like, come on, bro. You fighting a guy coming off a loss, and you just got done fighting a tune-up. Granted, you was on a layoff where you couldn't even cut off the ring because you forgot the most essential punch in the sport. Nah, not happening.
Bush Doctor.
Yeah, I agree with Danny. Not happening. Like, it could be a show about how that affects the 135-pound division, but
For sure.
definitely not a top 10 like show or whatever. But yo, just to keep it on topic, I would say so topic's what? Beterbiev, like if he's in the list or where he's on the list, right?
Yep.
I'd say he's on the top. He's in the top half of the list. I don't want to go exactly where.
Top half. So that means you got him top 5.
Which Ness said there's no way possible.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah.
There's too many undisputed current champs.
I'd say maybe 6, whatever. But Errol's definitely not above that. And for sure, when they make that Beterbiev and Bivol fight, because that needs to happen. And I agree with Danny too. If they do that somewhere like in the Middle East, they can build. I mean, it's Russia versus Russia. It's Muslim. Like,
I honestly, truth be told, Bush Doctor
Beterbiev gets a little slept on because of the politics. To be honest, you know what I mean? Maybe, but
so I wasn't even thinking about that fight, but I would love for that fight to be in the Middle East. You know, with both men being Russian, obviously there's a lot of shit going on in Russia. But like I said, you could do that shit in like the UAE, Abu Dhabi, Dubai, close enough, but still, it attracts those people. So I think that'd be great. But go ahead, champ.
That's racist.
But but that fight would then set up. I mean, let's just say Beterbiev wins that fight. I mean, then that shoots him up even further.
Oh, absolutely. Then that's a different discussion.
I don't know. Errol is like, you can't put him above. I mean, so yeah. The other thing is, it's like math. It's science. It's accolades. It's easy. It's not subjective. It's super easy. Like
exactly
2 + 2 = 4. So like, you do the accolades and then maybe within like.
But it's not that simple. It's not that simple. It's not that simple, right? Because like no matter what you do, 2 + 2 is always going to equal 4. But there's times where you have guys like Josh Taylor where if you don't get 2 fucking knockdowns in a fight you clearly won, you're going to get robbed and you're going to get fucked. Because that's exactly what happened, right? So then if you look at it, they're going to be like, come on, man. Come on. Josh Taylor, he had a very narrow decision against Ramirez. He had to knock him down to win that fight. That's how close that fight was. When in reality, it wasn't. You get what I'm saying?
I guess it's subjective when you get into the fighters that have met the accolades, but like there's a point where once you're out of that
you know what? Yeah, you said it. You said it right. You said it. You said it right. I think that it becomes more subjective on the placing within the top 10 more than getting in, because getting in, I feel like you'll have your top 10 and I have my honorable mentions. And, if somebody were to have, like a Akhmad Daliev or Steph Fulton in the top 10, and, I don't know that I'd be that mad. They're in my honorable mentions. But like I said, I think you said it right with the subjective part being a lot more in the ranking. But see, that's why we need this criteria list posted so we don't have.
You can't be subjective until you've narrowed down all the other things first. Then you can go to the subjective little details and whatever. But like, and I was trying to make a point of like last week or the week before about how it's so crazy. Like being a boxing fan right now is so blessed because like there's dudes that like you can't even put in the top 10 that have like belts and are unified. Like and then like you Tank, like how crazy Tank is, like, you know, Tank is Tank, and you can't even put him in the top 10 because the level of fighters right now and the level of like who's fighting who is like just so on point. So yeah, that's just something cool to think about. But yeah, salute you guys, shout out, and you know, keep the ganja lit. You already know.
Thank you for joining
Bobby
us.
Smitty makes another great point on why many lists, on why the list is subjective, and he's saying, you know, obviously you vote on it. You know, so if you go to ESPN's pound for pound list, you'll see it, but then they give you the breakdown on what every single voter had for their top 10.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, they do vote on.
Yeah, I think it's a tally. So let's say you get 20 writers that vote, then however many number ones, number twos kind of, you know, creates your list.
That exactly, and that's
Did you get to Majid Super Chat 499 where he says I have Crawford, Canelo, Usyk, Charlo,
I was
Haney,
just
Beterbiev,
refreshing.
or Spence? Which order? Maybe Spence because of the ring title. He doesn't have the ring, does he? Does Spence have the ring? Can't have the ring knowing Crawford's out there. They would be disrespectful.
I want to say
that would be crazy.
I don't know.
Even though they did put the ring on the line for Wilder Fury. James Benitez says JoJo easily handled Fortuna. If Ryan knocks him through the ropes, he won't deserve to be pound for pound. Also, Haney would only be higher pound for pound if he would have fought Gary. I don't know if he would have got credit for fighting a dude smaller than him. George Foster, Australian for beer from the UK, sends £5. He says, not strange to know the pound for pound half is clear underdog in his own division. All this is because he beat Britis and Glowacki? I don't get it. Fury clear.
Arrow is
I guess he talking about Usyk.
Let me see it.
Yeah, Britis, Presta, and Glowacki.
Yeah.
So my Usyk.
For sure. Who we got?
We got Mr. PBC.
Mr. PBC. Actually, we got a pound for pound, cutting the line. Jose in Canada.
Yeah. Mr. PBC, you hear that, buddy? You wanna beat me? It doesn't matter how much money you gotta support, baby. Otherwise, I get to come in just off the bat phone right away. Number one, I like that. Anyway, you know what? One thing, sorry, man, I'm in my car. I apologize if it's noisy. But one thing I do want to say, you guys talk pound for pound. Please don't ever include Inoue in the pound for pound. I'm tired of people saying this guy's the greatest boxer. He hasn't fought anybody. You know what? I don't care how good you are. If you don't fight a level of competition that really proves your greatness, you're not great. You're just good at beating bums. And that's
so
my
beating
take on Inoue.
beating a Hall of Famer in Donaire, like that doesn't do anything for him?
Oh, come on, man. Donaire is so past his prime, man. If Donaire was a bottle of milk, you'd put your nose to it and it would be stinky, man.
So if he's so far past his prime, how is it that he became a world champion after losing to Inoue the first time? Because he's so past his prime. How was he able to do that? And it wasn't a vacant. It wasn't a vacant. He fought Ubali, a champion who had been defending his title. So help me understand.
Those little guys, man, they're just not as good, man. Let's keep it real.
No, bro, you just don't know as much about boxing. Let's keep it real.
You're right. I don't know enough about those little guys because I don't care to know about those little guys. Chocolatito, same thing, man. TBV praised Chocolatito as the second coming of the world here, man. And Chocolatito was exposed, man. These small guys aren't great. They're not. Sorry, man.
Bro, let me tell you.
They'd be like Tank. Put on some weight and go up.
And that's what he's done. That's why Inoue is a 3-division champion. That's why Chocolatito is a what? Come on, Jose.
And then Chocolatito got beat up by a karate kid, man.
And still went on to become a world champion. So how can you shit on a man that does that?
He got beat up by a karate guy, man. That's all it says right there. He got beat up by a kickboxer.
A karate guy.
You want to talk pound for pound? You talk Crawford. You talk Spence. You talk Canelo. You know, even Haney, man, much love to TBV, but Haney beat a guy who beat a guy on his worst day ever, man. So if Haney wants to be considered pound for pound, play with the big boys, man. Play with Lomachenko. Play with
a guy that's not even active, a guy that's not even a world champion. Come on.
You mean that the Australian is better than Lomachenko?
Cut it,
never.
cut it.
Mr. PBC.
Hello?
Yes.
No intro?
Who's this?
PBC.
At the end of the day, every cheater has their day.
SDS Promotions.
He has a good power. He has a good skill.
Power.
But most of people think about him like he's untouchable.
This was the best fighter since Floyd Mayweather.
I'm gonna tell y'all the truth about Canelo. Motherfucker easy, man.
Bivol is always gonna be Canelo.
He's still undefeated and still the WWE fucking headband. Canelo. Bullshit.
Wow.
Hey, Ness, don't cut my call.
Yo, what's good? I had a conversation about someone about this yesterday. My cousin, actually. These little highlight dreams. If we're gonna put Beterbiev on the pound for pound list for beating Joe Smith, then we should put Lucas Brown on the.
I think you're not. I think you haven't been paying attention. He's on the pound for pound for being a 3-time champion unified. He beat. He's got 3 belts.
But I'd rather.
How many belts Bivol has?
I feel you.
Okay.
Do what you got to do.
No, you do what you got to do.
No, I feel you.
No, tell your man to fight him. Tell your man to fight him so he could be undisputed. You always talking about bets. Let's make a fucking bet. Who gonna win, Bivol or Beterbiev?
Bivol.
Yeah. Make sure you bet me.
What are we doing?
Whatever you want.
Hold on. Before, because Ness, you my friend and Mr. PBC.
No, but let me. Can I just get my call off first,
go
and
ahead.
then I got his Instagram. We can do that.
Okay.
I think I want to see the fight to determine that factor. Even though I know he got 3 belts, I think that Bivol's obviously. I've been watching him for a while. He's been chasing him.
Where you got Earl? Is Earl not on your pound for pound list too?
He is.
Oh, he is. But he got 3 belts. But you don't need to see nothing with him to put him on the list.
Bivol has been having that belt since Andre Ward.
No, you got Earl on the list for having 3 belts. Why is Beterbiev not on the list?
Who's the best at 175?
Okay.
So the guy that actually has been beating champions to get his belts, he's not considered the best?
Not according to him.
Wrong with a narrative. This one, I'm saying I want to see these dudes fight, and I don't want Zerto.
So why didn't you need Earl to fight? Because this guy's fighting champions like Earl.
Narrativeness.
Oh, okay. I'm making a
These
narrative.
dudes fight, and I want to determine after
I'm
that.
making a
lot of
narrative.
people, like Jose Colin, which I respect him. He's always gassing y'all. I just want to see the best to make my determination. Finally, just we always get to this point, and we get to arguing. Bud, Earl, Anthony, Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury. I just want to see the end point.
So-
And I don't want to see Zerto, Anthony Yard.
So, Mr. PBC, I got a question. Because you're saying that's the fight you want to see, correct? Bivol and Beterbiev?
More than anything right
Okay,
now. Yeah.
so currently as it stands right now, today, June 20th, happy Juneteenth, everybody.
Thank you.
Does Beterbiev make the top 10 pound for pound right now as a current 3 belt holder in the light heavyweight division?
Truthfully, yes, he does, but I just want to see the final determination factor. But at the end of the day, here's the thing that bothers me, because, yeah, we want to see the fight, but Bivol Canelo for millions of dollars, and it's kind of sad that we could factor, because he can just fight him and be done and be the greatest of all time almost. I mean, I'd rather see Bivol Beterbiev. It seems like Bob doesn't want to pay for something like that because Bivol's going to want the same purse he got from the last fight. He doesn't really sell like that, but I would definitely love to see it. I think Canelo should just drop the rematch clause and let bygones be bygones. Get the winner.
Canelo's not holding up anything, man. Your boy Bivol's about to fight Buatsi.
Yeah, Canelo's fighting Golovkin, but I don't think that Canelo. I'm not saying Canelo shouldn't do the rematch, but at the end of the day, he got it in there, and you know, if that's what's next, that's what's next. It's kind of like one of those. It's kind of like the Kambosos thing. It's like, do I want to see it? Nah, that's even worse because I really don't want to see that one again. But it's like he did get it in there. So if that's what it is, then that's what it is. Who's next?
New caller, California. 9. Oh, shit. He dropped off.
Austin, who you got?
They all dropped off.
Okay.
Fuck. Yeah.
So we done?
We got all the super chats.
Let me refresh one more time. I don't want to miss anybody.
Looks like George Foster sent something hating in there.
Yeah, I see a couple super chats in there.
He said Haney's the equivalent of Joe Horn. Joe Horn won 1 belt. Like, this is what I'm saying. We make things so difficult.
Jeff.
He won 1 belt, and the champion went to his territory. Devin was the underdog champion with 1 belt going against the 4-belt champ. Like, it's not the same, bro. You guys are so weird, bro. They're so mad that Devin has accomplished. They were so happy him being the email champ that now it's like, yo, even though he got the greatest accomplishment in boxing, we're going to diminish it. We're going to find ways to say it's not greater than anymore. It's sad.
We got James Benitez with a $2 super chat saying, Bud, deaf eating off old accomplishments. And then George Foster back with a super chat saying what they said.
All right. Nestor Gibbs, Instagram and Twitter. Arrivederci.
Ringwalk Danny on all platforms. The Boxing Voice on all platforms. Continue to support. Continue to help us grow. As we are trying to put only the best boxing content available for you all. Once again, we're currently trying to put this road trip together to go, you know, literally around the country and visit numerous world champions in camp.
TBV road work.
So we out, man. Appreciate it. Join us tonight for Untitled.
Hold up. Jose is a pound for pound. Do you want your boomerang, my friend? Hello, Jose. You good with 1 call or you want your second? 5, 4, 3, 2. Jose. All right, we're out. Peace.
Untitled tonight, 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern, right here, youtube.com/The Boxing Voice. Arrivederci.